Hello, everyone. I almost forgot to unmute the mic. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to What We Do
You
in Barovia.
remembered.
Yeah, we got it this time. We got it this time. And I have unmuted you guys this time.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Yay.
look, episode
Hi,
3.
everyone.
We're finally getting it. We're finally getting it. Hello.
We're learning.
I'm Matt Briefcase Brown. Welcome to What We Do in Barovia. Today with special guest, Anthony. How you doing, Anthony? Welcome to the stream.
That guy over there. He's right over there. Look at him over there.
We got a new character to
Hello.
kill.
Hello.
I'm gonna kill him.
Hope not.
We'll find out.
I'm gonna kill you.
Why is the shout out command not working?
Why is the shout out command not working? I'm not sure. I'll leave you to that. Yes, I am.
It's not a thing I can fix on my end.
No, there it went. Okay.
No. That's a different. That's a different command. That's
That's the Twitch one.
actual shout out
Flash.
command.
yeah. There might be a stream elements issue there.
It
Oh, well.
happens. It's all good.
As you can tell, we're a professional production in this house over here. I'll be your game master, dungeon master, whatever you want to call me for today. We're playing some Curse of Strahd. Now, I have a wonderful cast around me. I know I've just introduced Anthony, so we'll go to you first. Hey, Anthony, how are you? How you doing? And
I'm
where
doing
can we
good.
find you? And what's going on with yourself?
You can find me all over the internet, mainly Twitch and YouTube at Anthony YTG. Nice and simple. At the moment, I've been a little bit low on the Twitch side of things, but it's all coming back, which is awesome. At the moment, doing variety stuff, playing Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment,
Yeah.
and a little bit of Core Keeper,
Ooh,
which has been awesome.
all good.
Very fun game.
And yeah, and then on YouTube, I've been doing some retro video game collecting, which has been a lot of fun too. So if you like that sort of stuff, come and find me.
All right. Hey, Anthony, don't tell us what you're playing today, because I want to keep it a little bit of surprise. Because
Okay.
you're playing something a little bit different today. We actually didn't make you a character sheet, and I want to see how that goes.
It'll be interesting. I've never done this. Well, I mean, I have done this before, DMing, but not as someone who's playing.
Hmm.
I haven't done this before, so it'll be interesting.
I did it recently, and I found it really fun. So I can't wait to see what you bring to it. But yes, before we get into
I'm
that,
excited.
I'll go to Saz. How you doing, Saz?
Oh, hi. Sorry, I was scrolling up looking for something.
No, it's all good. I can come back.
No, it's okay. I was actually just looking for our luck count from last game.
We should. It's about 15 or 17. Was it
Something
Ash?
like that, yeah.
17.
There we go. We remembered. Look at that. We got heaps of luck today.
Heaps of luck.
Anyway, hi. I'm Saz, or Saz the Meeple. You can find me mostly over on Threads these days because it's nice and cozy over there. You can also find me everywhere that is Meeples and Dragons on the internet because I am the resident Dice Goblin and Twitch producer over there. And yeah, that's me.
Amazing.
Oh, wait, no, I do other things
Yeah,
now.
you do
too.
other
I'm also
stuff.
at
What
the
else are you
Law
doing?
I'm at the Law. I do too many things. I forget them all. I'm also over on the Law Rights, and we'll be back this Sunday with more of our D&D shenanigans.
Awesome. Going around the overlay next. Hey, Rin, how you doing?
I'm over here. It's me. I'm in this box. Hi, everybody. My name is Ren_Vixen. You don't pronounce the underscore, though. Just call me Ren. I actually hate the second part of the name. The only reason why I had it was because it was like the back of rhyming scheme. Doesn't matter. I stream 5 days a week. That's pretty much all I do. It's my full-time job. That's my shenanigan, my mama jamba. I play Henri Claymore in Castleton, which is picking up again in November, which is pretty fucking sick. I don't really do a whole lot else. Kind of breaking into the ttrpg space. In a little bit more of a not profound way. Well, you know what I mean. You get it. I don't need to explain this. You get it. Anyway.
Anyway.
That's what I do. I stream 5 days a week, Wednesday to Sunday, and I'm a yapper. I'm a professional yapper. That is my shenanigan.
Awesome. Going down again. I'll go to Elliot. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Hi, everyone. I'm Elliot. You can find me just about everywhere at 8-Bit Elliot. Do a lot of stuff on Twitch. We're live 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I also make, I've been getting into YouTube videos. So if you're keen on a YouTube video, I released one yesterday. So after you're done watching
Oh.
this, you can go watch that one. It's not D&D related, but I still think it's a fun watch.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, hey Ash, how you doing?
Hello. I am once again the disembodied voice of Ash makes stuff because my internet's apparently being fixed today? Question mark. Please, NBN, fix it. Hey, I'm Ash. I make stuff. I don't stream, but maybe I will pick it back up again at some point on account of internet being fixed. I am a dungeon master and player over on the Lawrites channel, where I run A Tale of Two Queens and I play in A Sword of the Skulls. I'm also occasionally over on the Hexes and Vexes channel, annoying Emily. She just made affiliate, so that's really cool. Congratulations, Emily. Absolutely get wrecked. Yeah, that's me. I'm also here. I do stuff.
And if any of you are going to PAX, I know some of you have got panels on. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But for now, we've also got a sponsor today, as we always do with the stream. Wooten Forge is a wonderful group over in Perth, Australia. They do high quality ttrpg accessories, gaming accessories, and they sponsor us for a couple of these shows, including Elder Scrolls Dragon Break, this one, our main D&D series that we're editing for YouTube. And if you want 10% off and help give us a little kickback to the channel at no extra cost to you, you can use code SWEETROLL for 10% off your orders, and it just excludes merch. But they do a really bunch of awesome stuff. Ash, if she had her camera on, we have this little laser-etched coin with her character art from our Power Rangers series we did last year. I've got... Actually, if you've ever seen me at a live event with that big DM screen with, like, our logo in it and this kind of fractal pattern... they made that, and then I worked with them to paint and inset that into the DM screen itself, so they can do fully custom orders. If you're looking at, if you're looking at some cool stuff like that.
I was like, where is it gone?
Yeah, that's
and they
your
do lovely custom stuff. Mind you, it's mirrored because Discord, but absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's truly really good stuff. Like I wouldn't use it if I didn't like it myself, and clearly I'm using that DM screen every time I go out to a place that I can put it down. But yeah, check it out. It's an affiliate link, so it really helps us out at the channel and helps us make more stuff like this with wonderful guests and wonderful people around the community. We really appreciate it.
And also, smells really good.
It does smell really good.
It does smell really good.
Give you that. Oh gosh, what other housekeeping have we got? Where's my run sheet gone? There it is. Okay, special thanks to L&L Covers and Cry Club as well. They are doing wonderful music in and around the channel. If you see Dragon Break series, the main theme song is by Heather from Cry Club, featuring Heather singing. And in our main D&D series, and he's actually done a bunch of stuff on Castleton as well, if you are watching that. L&L Covers is absolutely freaking smashing it. There he is in the chat. Hello, Lockie. Love you. How you doing? But yeah, like, absolutely, literally instrumental in all of our projects we're doing, and I don't apologize for the pun. Other than that, yeah, I'm not gonna. Mosh isn't gonna do it. And I'm not gonna do it either.
Good.
For this game specifically as well, you can help support us. I'm actually talking to an artist right now about possibly getting some, or at least getting some quotes for some tarot card style art we can put in the overlay. So if you want to see that, doing the exclamation luck, much like you have been doing and very generous before, will get us luck tokens, and it supports the channel with subscriptions, or your bits, or more or less roughly the price of a subscription on our Ko-fi will also get you there. Now, that will all go towards either paying for the editor that we have to have with the Chap 5 stuff, or it'll be towards things like art and then making up these other shows. If any costs come up in the charity event I'll be putting on in November, similar thing. So just know it's all going back into the channel, and it's really, really appreciated. Other than that, does anyone else?
We also established at the end of last session that if we raise $100 million, Mosh becomes immortal. So cannot be killed by.
Just say
be killed by anything.
Look,
do you really want that?
Talk to your billionaire friends.
Away.
Just, they love doing a pissing contest. Tell your billionaire friends, make them bid over it. I reckon we could push that up to like a sweet 500 milli Mosh gets to be immortal. It's a D&D game, and, you know, they've effectively spent it on a good cause. And fuck it, you know, just if we get that much money, no one has to ever work again. Like, who cares?
Yeah, Matt will give us all $10 for our participation. It'll be great.
Absolutely. You know how that works.
Mhm.
And I'll just gamble the rest away on fucking magic cards.
Okay. There's
All
also new Pokemon sets coming out that look pretty cool. You could do that
And the
too.
Pokemon cards. And I'll buy Ash every Assassin's Creed card that exists in the universe. But, like, literally
I'd
every
love that.
production card, not just, like, the set of them. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. What happened last time, players? Let's get into this game.
I don't know who wants to start today.
I'll
Well, I
start.
think we left off with everyone sort of, we regrouped. Mosh was entered into town by Jackie, and he was reunited with his friends. He learnt a special secret handshake from Uria, which he
That sigh tells you all you need to know.
look. Mosh is the best of friends with everybody, and no one can tell him otherwise.
We know. For better or for worse.
I think Uria was trying to get silver gauntlets made or something to punch, like hit with.
Augmenting some beads, yeah.
Yes, that's right. So they were chatting to that guy. I showed up, and much to everyone else's surprise, Gwen shortly followed. Who now has a seed.
It's a
I
big
think-
ass rock seed thing.
Big ass rock seed thing. And then we were introduced to Mark, whose real name is Ismark, but Mark, and he was the Burgermeister's son. So he invited us back to their house, where we learnt that the Burgermeister has been killed, or is dead. Sorry, and that the letters that we received at the very start of the campaign, not the same ones that they sent out. And then we got to meet the Burgermaster's sister, whose name I forget.
Irina.
Irina, yes. Irina. And they were kind of revealing that, you know, they'd been bitten by a vampire, they hadn't turned yet, and that, you know, that Jackie was the individual who was both the same person on the coin and the same individual who drove Uria and Calestus into town in the first place. So he seems to be the mastermind behind everything. Mosh learnt that his donkey has gone missing in the fog, and he doesn't know where his sweet Lady Rain is, and a sweet child on the street who definitely is not a ghost informed Mosh of a windmill close by or somewhere where Lady Rain might be, in addition to some other just information about, like, you know, children's tales and stuff like that. And then the rest of the party learnt other information, so I'll let them say that part.
Yeah, as Chad has pointed out, Mosh has also been invited to Castle Ravenloft for a charcuterie board with Jackie.
That's right. Yeah, a charcuterie board that may or may not have cheese.
Because it is so hard to milk the
Because
mountain
there is no cows in Barovia.
I forgot about that.
There we did establish some key lore there with that statement, didn't we?
Yeah.
I hate that I will just say random shit and then it is there. All right. No, that's fair. No cows in Barovia.
I do want a charcuterie board needs to show up.
Yep, sure,
Yeah,
might.
but, like, goat cheese exists.
Yeah.
So, like, it's fine.
We did hear
no
about
cows.
goats.
I want to see Mosh go up to a mountain and milk a goat. I want to see that. It needs to happen.
I actually do know exactly where he can do that. How well it goes for him is very up to what Mosh does at that point.
How well anything Mosh does is questionable.
Pretty much, right? Oh my gosh. Hey, you want to play some D&D?
No,
Absolutely.
I hate D&D. That's
Oh.
what we're doing.
Oh, is that what we're here for? So, no, sorry.
Fuck,
I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. Cool. Anything else for recap? Otherwise, I've got some stuff for you.
No.
So Calestis learned that Strahd. Well, we learned Strahd's name actually. Strahd von
Strahd von Zarovich.
Yep, that one. I was gonna call him Zara bitch. So
You could.
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
I could. We learned his real name and that he is what did they say? A dark one, a night something. Dark.
A night terror.
They call
Night
him. They
Terror,
call
yeah.
him the Dark Lord. They call him a lot of things. Most of the people are calling him the Devil,
Yeah.
like evil incarnate himself type stuff.
But that shit, I don't have my dice. That made Calestis realize, hey, probably a vampire. She got real mad, and we learned a lot about vampires. Like they don't have retractable fangs, and also barkeeps cannot shape change. So
Very
That's a
important
thing.
information.
that the fact that this region is so affected means that we're fucked. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty grim here. The village of Barovia is also fairly what's the word? Shit isn't the right word. Somber is probably more in line with it. But yeah, everyone who you've met, if they don't have, there's something odd you're noticing over these 4 days you've now spent here. The Mosh is very much under the weather. Still had 4 levels of exhaustion last session, as did a few of you. Morose is a very good word, yes. And so with that, we're going to time skip a little bit forward to these 4 days. So last we left Yuria. She went off to search for some information. Mosh, Calestis, and Gwyn went back to the tavern after they talked to Ismark and Irina, who did offer safe harbor at their place if you so need it. It did look like, however, that the house is only safe by way of fortification, not consecration. Very, very clearly that the happenstances keep occurring with Irina and the unwelcome but clearly welcomed in guest. So,
Okay.
going to the 3 in the tavern first. You're feeling, actually, well, you will have all had enough rest to clear your exhaustion at this point, because I think Mosh was the one that had the most, therefore the rest of you will be fine by proxy. The 3 of you in the tavern, how's your morning looking?
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah?
I've had plenty of time to, swing my axe over the last few days, get some practice in after the debacle in the woods, so feeling good.
Nice, nice. And have a little bit of tavern treaty, I can imagine, in the morning.
Yeah, like Moshe's just he's just had like the best like 4 nights of sleep that he's like had in a while. So he's just like waking up. He's like, I'm so well rested.
Spring chicken, he is.
Yeah, that's pretty much how Moshe's doing at the moment.
How's everyone?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah? Sorry.
I think Calestis has spent the last 4 days. She would have gotten her own room, and have spent the last 4 days in deep meditation and contemplation, trying to stop being so angry at the audacity of this vampire lord to bring a raven cleric to Barovia, and probably making her first appearance in a couple days this morning.
Okay. So you can see Arik the barkeep doing his regular business down here. He is still just more or less like, if you're not interacting with him, he will go and clean those glasses every day for the last 4 days, seemingly over and over again. Every now and then you watch him pull out new glasses. They're always dirty. You don't know if they're the same ones, and he'll just keep cleaning. When you interact with him, you get a little bit of anything else when you ask him questions, but it's almost like he goes back to idle after that. The other main patrons that you will always see here are the Vistani women that more or less this is their spot. You know, they hang out here. They'll greet you. They're very jovial as usual that you would expect. But it's like the 4 of you, the 3 of them, and Arik. You'll see like a staff or 2 from Arik from the kitchen, but overall, you're very much acquainted with the specific people at this tavern now. That you'd be comfortable talking with them and or getting their general vibes and habits.
Well, I guess Mike Mosh would probably go over and talk with those ladies at the sort of in their little area and just try and chat with them and stuff and see how much they know about the area and stuff.
Okay. So you want to go up to who? Sorry.
Was it the Vistani?
The
Is that who you
Vistani,
said was?
yeah. There's 3 Vistani here. You know their names at this point. They are Alenka, Mirabelle, and Sorvia.
My good friends, my good new friends, I hope you are well this morning.
Doing well. How was your stay here? They are clearly the most lively in this place other than you.
I have slept so well I was exhausted, but now I am all better.
I love to hear that. Where's your other friend? She hasn't been back in a little while.
You know what? I am not too sure of myself. I believe we will have to. I need to talk to my friends. I think we need to find her. Yes, I think you've raised a good point. We should find our friend.
I mean, I don't think. Sure, if that's what you.
Have you seen her around at all?
To do.
No, that is quite all right.
I think I last saw her wandering around town trying to talk to anyone, but as is similar with this place, there's only a few people worth talking to here.
Very true. What brings you to the town of Barovia? I need to specify that because you see, Barovia is in Barovia, and then there are also people in Barovia called Barovia. Mm-hmm. It's very confusing. So what brings you to the town of Barovia?
So the region Barovia? Or the town
no, the
Barovia?
town of Barovia.
But the people of Barovia, the Barovians.
Yes. What brings you to the town of Barovia?
Well, this is our spot. We hang out. We keep tabs on the people, make sure everyone's safe. We don't really.
Is there much mischief around here?
A little bit.
I've heard rumors of attacks on the Burgermeister's house. Do you know anything about that?
It's very sad. Every night, even these things that just come in and try to scratch the house, break in.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
That is terrible.
It's very sad. The mist also sits around the town at the end of the night. It's almost like it's trying to get in, but no success yet.
The mist.
The mist, like the forest.
So the mist comes in and then leaves during the daytime.
No, as in like they don't go in the like the outskirts of the town. Some nights moonful, mist come in, tries to.
Now, a few days ago, this little child told me about a pastry lady that comes around every now and then. Do you know anything about the pastry lady?
Oh yes, the pie seller. She's very nice. She sells
the
pies. She will, they call the dream pastries.
Dream pastries. Okay.
Yes. Every time she sells one, they say, "It's a dream to eat" because they taste so good.
I might have to try one if I ever see her around.
If you want.
Well, thank you for indulging me. I think I shall go back to my friends, and I think we shall find our friend Yuria, because you have raised an excellent point.
At that moment, just reefing open the door, you see a silhouette walk through, a familiar silhouette, Yuria, who you haven't seen in a number of days. You'll hear the floorboards creak at, later on in the evening, or you'll catch a glimpse, but like no interaction and no real true company has been had since then. maybe they've been busy. Who knows? But the last thing that you were told from Yuria was that they are going to look for information.
When she enters the door, you can see that the prayer beads that she had around her neck have basically been split into two pieces and are wrapped around each wrist, loosely kind of dangling over the palm, over the back of the hand, excuse me. And she's not exactly the biggest person, so I think behind her you would see almost the silhouette of this larger individual, who is kind of bringing up the rear, and not being a frequent occupant of this place, kind of takes it in again, as she did the first time, eyeing the few of you that might be in the area, but not saying much, and motions to actually, what do I see when I enter? You're muted.
You're still muted.
Matt, you're muted.
God damn. Sorry, I tried to take a drink.
So what do I see when I enter this space?
So you see the main tap room, the bar room. So
Right.
just straight into it. The main tap room, the bar room. So you can see these three Vistani women that you are very familiar with. You see Arik doing the same shit he's doing every day. You can see your other compatriots, Mosh, Kalestis, Gwen. Mosh is very clearly talking to the Vistani as you walk in. The other two are, very clearly watching, listening in, making sure. I mean, sorry, I'll throw it to you. Are you guys basically watching to see if anything's going on? I don't want to make the decision for you. Like, what's your vibe as Yuria walks in?
Yeah, what do I see you guys doing?
You'd sort of see Gwen sitting at a table with a drink, because why not? And she's got both Bridget and the Rock thing out on the table. Bridget's nice and clean. The Rock is what she's looking at.
I'll be sitting with Gwenren. Probably have like a discarded bowl of breakfast next to me, and I'll just be like frantically writing down notes. Not about the Rock.
Okay.
My Rock.
Petition to call the Rock Dwayne.
Go for it, if that's what makes you happy.
Seeing the two of you sit down, or seated, she just kind of flicks a little bit of a look to Kalestis as a, like, I found something. And briskly walks towards the towards the table and motions the individual behind her to sit down with them, completely ignoring Mosh and not even paying any mind to him as he is discussing whatever the fuck he's talking about. Actually, do I overhear it?
As you walk into their discussion type thing?
Yeah, do I overhear what he's talking about?
I would say, what was the last thing you said, Mosh? Because it was basically like, classic sitcom timing.
Yeah, I was asking like if they've seen Rin, if they've seen Yuria. So is it as they're being like, no, we haven't, like, we've seen her around, and she's just like walking past the background and sits down. So I essentially, the last thing I said to him was like, oh, I'm going to find Yuria. See you later.
I just pass right by with this individual behind me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sit down and kind of motion for the individual to introduce themselves to this group.
All right, so what you guys see is a older gentleman, very, very pale, sort of white hair on the sides, dark hair, darkish hair on the top, slicked back. You notice that he looks like he is at death's door. He is very, very tired. He's got large bags under his eyes, and he just looks weakened. And as he approaches, he sort of nods his head and sits down at the table next to Yuria, and says, Good morning. I'd like to say it's nice to see new faces, but it just means more people to pray for. I've heard about your circumstances a little bit from Yuria, and I don't know what to say. I feel sorry for you. This is not a good place to be in.
We've
My
kind of
name-
had that.
It's easy to tell from the mist and the darkness. My name is Donovich. I'm the local priest. I will try and help in any way I can.
Donovich has been so accommodating as to give as much information as they can regarding the nature of the things that might be preying upon us. I don't know how much you guys have gleaned in the past few days. So just to get caught up, I guess. And from this point, it's just she kind of lets all of you know what she found out from Donovich, which is that vampires are their weaknesses. Some of the things about them that are things to look out for. Basically, like the general rules of how they function. You're probably getting a lot of the same stuff that you might have gleaned from other people. But in all of that, there is also a mention of an individual that the priest would have brought up, which would be an individual on the outskirts of the foothills of a nearby mountain. That is kind of an outsider to everybody, and is a little bit of an unknown, and might be something worth chasing up.
Would that individual be someone who could assist us further?
I can't really say.
He is no friend of the vampires, that is for sure. He is a mad wizard. He is outsider. No one talks to him. He may be help only due to alliances. It is definitely worth a look into.
The trouble would be convincing them, I would imagine.
Potentially. He has not been seen for quite some time. He may not even answer the door.
Seems to be one large unknown, this place. But look, I don't really know where to begin. We need to find a way out of here. We don't belong here. We need some method of exodus.
That is something that is going to be hard to find. No one leaves Barovia.
So I've been told.
Unless you are allowed to leave, but
That requires the permission of one Strahd, I believe was the name you told me.
yes, Strahd von Zarovich.
Friend to no one. Devil. How the hell do you convince someone like that to let us leave?
I would assume you don't. Although the Vistani have.
Rhetorical, but yeah.
The Vistani have, though. They were in the woods before the mist took us.
What? You see, like,
What?
a couple of them turn around. You're in the tap room still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll turn around and go, yes, we're going in the mist. Well, some of us do.
This is when Mosh also clues on that everyone is there as well. He just did not hear any of that conversation because he was in his own little world. So he still doesn't know. For reference, he wasn't there when they said that Strahd's name, so he still thinks his name's Jackie. Yeah, so I guess like Mosh will just turn around and sorry. Maybe you guys talk for a little bit while my dogs bark.
But we,
You see, You see, as you mentioned the Vistani in the forest, you see Donovich's face sort of lower a little bit, and he does go to chuck a look over towards the Vistani, but keeps his gaze at the table.
What are you looking at?
Not that.
I didn't look.
Be careful with him.
Can I insight check that?
Absolutely.
Just that interaction?
Absolutely.
All right. 9. That is a 24. What do I glean from that?
That's definitely gonna do it. Both of them know something clearly about each other, and there's some tension in the air as a result. They are both from this village, or at least, you know, the Vistani stay here a lot. He clearly lives here. And through that time, small town, everyone's going to very clearly have an opinion of each other at this point.
Sensing a bit of discourse here. Do you really think that's the best idea, considering the circumstances you find yourself in?
Discourse is the only relationship most people have in this town, unfortunately.
It's a wonder you guys have fucking survived for as long as you have, so you say.
That's all you can do here. Survive.
Makes sense for you guys to, I don't know, work together a little bit. Survival is a little bit more likely when you have each other's backs. Not constantly worried about whether or not somebody's going to stab you when you turn around.
This is why we travel in threes. Or more.
Okay, but why would you operate when you need... Do you see how flawed that is?
It's worked for us so far.
Until one of the three of you decides to stab the other in the back.
No, we tend to stick with our own pretty strictly. I call it the mutual understanding for this one. You know, you could have you probably met people before the mist, and you'll meet one of us or some of us after the mist, no doubt. If you're leaving Barovia, leaving the village, in which direction is it? The west, perhaps one day. The east is just full of mist, so.
No, we can't go that way, can we?
No, sometimes prophecy is literally just expectations and predictability.
So how do you travel then? How do you go through this? Are you just given permission, or do you have some sort of workaround to this?
Every time I've been through the mist, I usually have something to achieve.
Okay.
A task. Usually, no one has ever directly given me permission, if that's what you mean.
A task for who?
Sometimes the villager. Sometimes I receive a letter. Sometimes one of the Vistani will offer to join them. We do not see harm on these roads.
I think at that, Yuria will lean in to what's the priest's names again? Sorry?
Donovich.
We'll lean into Donovich and just ask, is there something that I need to know about between you and them?
As quietly as Donovich possibly can, he says, not between me and them, but between them and him.
And you
She just slightly nods.
With the observant feat, would I have been able to read his lips on that?
I was actually going to do a little roll for what they're reading on him, so you've got observant, so you can just know, you can read lips, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're good. I'm gonna make the Vistani do a roll here. Oh god, the rules have slightly changed. What's the DC anymore? Look, I'm just gonna make it like that number.
Is this for lip reading?
Yeah, the Vistani, you know, very clearly are very socially attuned, but they failed anyway, so they...
Right.
You think that... I mean, sorry, you don't think. I've just spilled the beans. They're looking at you intently like they're trying to listen. sometimes, yeah.
So not breaking eye contact with them when asking this question, do I notice that they're trying to glean this?
Absolutely.
Is what you're telling me?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
just in front of you. It's very obvious that they are listening
Right.
or trying to. Whether it's successful or not, I guess, is the metagaming part.
Right. I think catching that.
Secrets are fine to have.
Yeah, you seem to be full of them.
Wouldn't you be?
Everybody is.
But you are, word travels fast. Particularly secretive?
I have nothing to add to that. The curious thing for
don't
me
have to.
is we've been told no one leaves without Strahd's approval. And yet somehow you're doing it just on a whim.
We've come
So
to
my question is,
we've come to accept this.
who are you to Strahd?
That is a good question.
And
We
I
take
think
it.
Curia will get up at that and move directly in front of them. How tall is this individual?
Standard human height. So she's probably 5'6", 5'7".
Oh, they're shorter than me. Okay, so
yeah.
She'll walk straight up to them as close as she can get, within like a hair's breadth, and just stare.
The interesting thing is they don't flinch. They simply smile up at you. Yes?
Can you answer the question?
Oh, I was going to, and then you made the whole thing about it. We have been here a very long time. If there is a permission given, we are not told. We are very attuned with this place. Madam Ava gives us guidance. She will read our beings. And we will judge if we are safe based on that. We can do our own readings. But they don't always come to pass in the way that we think they will.
So what if, let's say, for example, your task was to escort a group of intruders back out to where they belong?
I don't think the permission, if it is what you say, I don't think the permission would be given lightly or at all without direct words.
There goes that idea.
Yes, well, sometimes you have to enjoy the stay while you have it.
No, the stay shit.
I understand.
She'll turn around and sit back down next to the next to the priest.
One of them will walk over and kind of lean down. If you do want to know more and how you fit into all of this, you only have to ask the right person. I am
that
not
would be
them.
Strahd.
No, not always. But they will make themselves known.
Look for the sign, right?
Now you're getting it. Yes, I'm sure that the other ones of us that have told you this is very similar, right?
Just rolling her eyes. Just.
You've been here, what, 5-6 days now?
You've
You
been
are known
following
to
us?
this place. No. Like I said, word travels fast. Yorea?
She kind of flinches at her name being said.
And therein lies the struggle. You don't like to be observed. That you must
I
be
don't
if
like
you want your
being
task done.
manipulated.
Me neither. To say that he has to give permission, I couldn't agree more.
So what? Do we go and see him? She kind of just looks at Calestis and Gwen.
The
Just-
priest like sort of taps his hand down a little bit and says, "No, no, do not listen to them. Do not go see him."
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
say.
Celeste-
Want to see him.
I didn't say
thought
go see him. He needs to invite you into that.
I'd be more curious to talk to this Madam Ava they all keep talking about.
What's the plan? We have a couple of leads that we could follow. We could try and speak to this individual that might know more about how we can navigate our way through this land.
Perhaps
The
plans
madman
are
at the
better
base of the
discussed
mountain.
in private. There are too many ears and eyes here.
Somehow I don't think we're going to get any privacy anywhere we go. But smart.
If you want privacy, we can go to the church.
Yes, go with
Okay.
the father. The insane man with the broken place.
I think at that, Yuria will turn around
Every-
and just backhand with her fists to this guy's face.
Oh,
She's
yeah?
tired of him. Yeah.
Yeah, roll an attack roll.
13.
You hit.
15, so 18 on the die.
You hit. You see your fist fly, the chair knocks out from under her feet and she goes onto the floor.
She just kind of look at this individual, grit her teeth, roll her eyes again, and just make for the door.
In Donovich, your face goes pale and a gasp is let out uncontrollably. You know what would happen here.
I as soon as Yuria hops up, I instantly follow, practically cowering.
She's holding her eye, which you can see like a bit of blood dripping down her. It's going bloodshot. She looks up at you as the other two just scowl. She points up at you. You do not harm those here, and you will regret those words. I curse you. I curse you until you learn humility, until you learn kindness to others. The fated you. The one who will bring ruin to this place.
Yeah. You speak about kindness and yet you fucking throw insults at the man. Cool.
I throw truth.
Hypocrisy. Yeah, alright. Enjoy your hypocrisy.
She
Opens the
gets
door
up,
and leaves.
wipes the blood away from her face, and just kind of smiles back at you. I think we're done here, girls. Enjoy your gifts. And they all make their way out of the tavern.
I needed that.
Donovich is just gonna cower even more and start pacing a little bit and it's a whisper to himself, just back and forth outside the front, watching as the Vistari move on. Not good, not good. Not good at all.
What? Defending your honor against an insult?
No. First, the Vistari, no. now more than ever how I'm aligned, which is not good. I assumed they knew it beforehand, but now they also know more about you all and how you're aligned. At least that's what I'm taking from what they said.
If they really take my action as anything more than defending the name of someone who is ordained, such as yourself, it's a prerogative. I don't fear them.
They do not care about ordained. But what I am worried about is what they said at the end.
What, the faded one? Cursed? Yeah, okay.
Curses are a little bit more believed here. We are cursed every day. Words like that we should not take lightly.
Well, if I feel any different, I'll let you know. Have the rest
Please
of you joined alongside us? Or are you guys still in the bar?
Oh, no. Gwen would be up and, rock back in the bag. Got Bridget following behind.
Mosh
I
is
think
very scared of what happened. He's just like very, very scared of like confrontation, and that he just like whoop, just went to the back.
Yeah,
he's just at the back of the pack. He's just like, nope, I'm not. That doesn't involve me, man.
Mosh uses smoke bomb.
I think before stepping out, I was going to turn to Mosh and Montgomery. I would like to apologize for my actions the other day. I should not have grabbed you and spoken to you so harshly.
That is quite all right. I took no offense.
Good.
Is everyone outside now?
Yeah, I think we're all
I-
just following. Or
I
sorry.
will walk out, and I'm assuming that Monty is following as well.
Yeah, I'm following, but I'm keeping just a step back.
Before we start actually moving towards anywhere, I ask, have you gone to see what's their name again? Have you gone to see Ismark yet?
Yes. A couple of days ago.
So you know about the situation with the Burgomaster?
Yeah, they filled us in.
Loosely.
I have been looking for someone to help me potentially bring the body to the church and bury our Lord. Would that be something that you may help me with? We don't really have too many people who can help with this situation.
Sure.
If you do have time, that would definitely be a help to me and to Ismark and Irena as well.
It would appear that in this place we have nothing but time.
I suppose we could stop on the way back, right? Way back to the church? Stop by the house?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, I look towards the Burgomaster's place.
I think we just kind of follow your lead and sort of trail behind you. Yuria is going to be staying pretty close to you the entire time. Basically just over the shoulder. She really doesn't fucking like the way that the Vistani spoke to you or spoke about you. And it's just gonna be hovering over you, almost a little bit too close. But you would know that it's coming from a point of she wants to be over your shoulder just in case.
Once I start walking, I don't even notice. You can almost see my mind is in another place. It's pretty easy to tell that I'm thinking of other things currently.
I think in a similar vein with Callistus very much believing in curses and magic and the like, I'm going to be keeping an eye out as we walk for anything that looks like an ill omen, anything that looks like, you know, caravan of Vistani coming to kill us, etc.
Mosh is probably just going to be like trying to get like people to fill him in, so he's probably asking Gwen like, oh, so Jackie is Strahd, Strahd is Jackie, and those Vistani were not very nice to our friend, so we don't, like, he's just trying to understand the situation. So the Vistani are not very nice, and so we don't like them, and we're trying to get out of this place, but they won't let us. So he's like, yeah, just rambling.
Spiraling.
Gwen's will let him ramble, and
the
she'll
entire
correct.
time,
Yep, she'll correct where required.
So I guess we just make our way to back to the household. Is there anybody home there, or is it vacant?
We're like at the Burgomaster's place.
Yeah, to collect the body. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ismark and Irina basically are there most of the time. You know, over the last 4 days, Ismark will come to the tavern, have some food, catch up with you all. You know, touch base, going like, you know, basically, I'm going to be here. Let me know what you need to do.
How bad is this place looking, like compared to how we saw it the other day?
Pretty much more or less beat up, because him and Irina clearly do work on it every day. You can see new boards have gone up, old ones have been taken down. Clearly they have enough of a supply of wood that they could survive at least another week, but then they would have to go to the forest and cut down some trees, risking themselves otherwise.
I think seeing the repair to the damage and seeing the new stuff, Yuri would just kind of stare at a little bit, and to no one. You guys ever see that play about that man? Name is Sisyphus. Feels kind of like that.
We don't get plays in the mountain.
And then just goes up to the door.
I don't believe I have seen that one. Is it a comedy? And he's just following along.
She doesn't answer. I just lightly knocks on the door.
You'll see Irina open the door. She will look past and see everyone there, including the priest. Oh, Father, it's good to see you, and it's good to see all of you. We've just finished the morning repairs. Come in. And she'll welcome you in, and you can proceed. You'll see Ismark putting the last of the pile of the spare wood down. And he's having a quick bite to eat and a drink.
Unfortunately, we can't stay long. We're here on just some quick business on behalf of the priest Donovich.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to pick up the body, Irina, and finally take it to the graveyard.
Thank you so much. It was getting a bit unbearably smelly over the last few days. It's not the best, but we understand that you have important things to do. The church is the only actually safe place here. Is it still safe?
Yes, I'd like to think so.
Okay. Well,
I do everything I can do to make it safe.
I see. As long as your faith is unshaken, I am okay with this.
Is the body like wrapped in like a cloth, or is it like in a coffin? What's the situation with it?
I think when I was describing it before, it was like a makeshift coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by now wilted flowers and a strong odor of decay.
Okay.
So like basically open casket, handmade coffin.
Okay.
Out of the materials they would be using to make the house.
Right. I think so. Yuri would look to Ismark, excuse me, and just ask, "May I?"
Absolutely.
And if anybody doesn't help, what you would see is Yuria gingerly and very gently removing the body from the casket onto whatever she could find for coverings, laying it out on the table, and in a very ceremonious and ritualistic, like she's done this before.
Mm-hmm.
She will wrap the body in these blankets, and as she kind of finishes and it is presentable for travel, she will take one of the wilted flowers and slip it underneath the wrapping just over the chest, pressing the flower into it, but the flower is no longer visible. It is inside of the wrapping.
Gwen will walk over to you when you're finished and ask if you would like a hand with walking the body, carrying the body.
I should be fine carrying. Depends on how far the church is, really. But if you're up for it.
How far away? I should know how far away the church is, but how far away?
Directly the other end of town. Actually, if you want, load up. So on your actually, I will send you a link, Anthony. I'll put the map up for you lot, so you can see where you are. It's basically the other side of town is where the church is. So, like, not a huge distance, but, like, the tavern's the halfway point, effectively.
Okay.
It's Barovia. There you go. Oh, no, hold on. That's the wrong Barovia. That's the region.
Hearing that from the priest, Uriel will kind of hand wave and just, I got this, and will pick up the body of the Burgermeister and just kind of cradle it, and nod once more to Ismark and Irina and head out the door.
Gwen will be right behind you.
Matt, a question.
Yes.
In last time we visited the Burgomaster's house, I put a raven feather and a raven feather on his chest, 2 silver coins on his eyes. Are they still here, given that we know that there have been nightly intrusions?
Can I get that one more time?
Sorry, are the silver coins that I placed on his eyes and the raven feather on his chest still there?
Yes, absolutely.
So the silver has not been replaced with electrum?
It has not.
Okay.
So no one's gotten a house. That's a very clear indicator.
Or at the very least,
no
no one's gotten to the body.
That and these 2 also haven't replaced it.
To that end, Yuri would take extreme care to not disturb that. There is in their movement, there is a reverence for this. There is a very measured respect for the dead. And like I said before, it is a very ritualistic thing. This is not the first time she's done this.
I think before everyone leaves, Mo should go up to Ismark and just be like, Mark, I'm so sorry for your loss. My condolences. Death is never easy, especially of a loved one. You have all of our deepest condolences.
Thank
and
you.
if you need anything, ask of us, and we shall do what we can.
Thank you much. Father, can we take the body to the church for the proper rites? Only then will we properly be content with this. We want to have his death respected and blessed, if that is okay.
Of course.
Thank you.
We shall take the body to the church and then do what we need to, and finally put your father where he needs to go.
Nothing too extravagant. It's okay. We are we're pragmatic and know your time is fragile. So, in that, a basic right would be fine. And then we could, and we can bury or you can bury. I don't mind. We appreciate either way.
I will let you know how things turn out.
Very well. Thank you. Reno also thanks you.
Donovich starts walking next to Uriah, who's got the body.
Are you just like two-arming, carrying the body, like bridal style?
Yeah, literally just in the arms, carrying him the entire way.
Touching base with everybody else, what are you doing in this moment? So Gwen, Calestis, Mosh.
I'm walking right behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be following alongside, just being painfully aware that I am a very loud person, and now is not the time to be loud.
That is character growth right there.
Active perception checks as I'm walking to make sure we are not being followed, to make sure nothing is coming to like steal the body, essentially.
Absolutely. Can you make me one of those?
Yeah, that is, where's my character sheet gone? My perception is +5, so that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20. Not that anyone's following you, no. You can hear, as you're walking up the road north, right next to Bildrat's Mercantile, one of the louder noises. One of the louder noises you can hear is the crying and moaning coming from this small townhouse nearby. So if you were to go north further, you would hit Bildrat's, and then this next house over with this red roof has this cry. Other than that, you've got every now and then you'll see people walking outside, like opening the shutters of their windows, looking at you. It's pretty dead, and it has been for the last 4 or so days.
Yuri isn't really paying much attention to anything. What you guys would see in this moment is it's basically an entire tonal shift. She is singularly focused on this one thing and maintaining the sanctity of this one thing. There is a softness to her, basically her entire demeanor. And it's almost like you're looking at a different person. Like the events that literally just happened not 10 minutes prior of her backhanding somebody, that wouldn't even be a thing you would consider this person would do, as she's standing in front of you right now, walking down this road.
So from there, you can get to the church. And at the slight, after this slight rise, you can see against the roots of this pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft, almost looming directly above, casting a very large shadow. Donovich walks into a grey, sagging edifice of stone and wood. The church has obviously weathered the assaults of the evil for centuries on end, similar to the Burgomaster's mansion, and at this point is worn and weary. See, a bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. In Donovich, you would have lit this place very specifically with your candles and torches to try and keep the evil at bay. And you can see the rafters straining feebly against the load of the building itself. And
Sorry, no, you keep going.
I've got the only thing you other see is you can see the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered in claw marks and also scarred by fire.
So as we walk into the church, is there a place to like a altar or a small rise or something that we can put the body down on?
Yes, there's a plinth at the back, just past all of the very broken church, the very broken sermon stalls.
Okay, I motion towards the back and say, please lay him down at the end there. We will perform a quick rite and then do what must be done.
Yuri will, again, very methodically, very carefully, almost as if she's holding like a newborn infant. Will walk up to the pedestal and put him down, and will pull at the two strings of her beads and move them down over the fingers of both of her hands, and we'll just stand there in a silent prayer for a bit.
Donovich, sorry, goes to the head of the burgomaster and lowers his head for a minute, holding his hands by his stomach, and raises his head and says, "Morning Lord, let thy shining mercy pour over, and let thy own body be his food, and thy blood his sprinkling, and let the glorious Chanticleers and our own dear patron smile on me, that in and through him all he may die as we desire to live, in thy arms, in thy faith, and in thy love. We shall see you again as your soul is transferred into the next body." And then puts his head back down, puts one hand on the head, and just sort of meditates for a second, and then steps back and kneels down to the ground and starts a further prayer.
As that's happening, Yuria will kind of let the words kind of resonate, and sort of doesn't believe in the things that this priest might believe in, but she is calling to the one that she's communed with over the past 20 some odd years of her life, not in an attempt to get a communication from them, but just a silent plea of, if you're there, please watch over this person. If you're there, please give them whatever solace they can in whatever comes next. And we'll basically maintain that stance until the priest says instructs otherwise.
After some time, the priest hops up, and does, as you can see, as he's getting up, he's very weary, very, very weakened, and it does take a lot of his will to actually stand up, leaning
Seeing
on
that
different
Yuria
things.
would stop and give you an arm to grab.
Yeah,
pull
I'd
you
hop up on the other side to help as well.
Thank you. Now we have performed the rite. It is time to bury our Lord.
At this point, you hear a coming from beneath the chapel floor, and you can hear a young man's cry out, "Father, I'm starving! Please, Father!"
At this point, Donovich lowers his head and just pretends like he didn't hear anything.
I think hearing that as we're getting you up, Yuria does not let go of your arm and looks at you, raises an eyebrow, as if to say silently, "What the fuck was that?"
I think in that,
Callista says, not as silently, "What was that?"
Yes,
Gwen's already got bridged
Moshe as
out.
well. Moshe's like, oh, did anyone else hear knocking?
That was not. Ignore that. That was nothing. It's no need to worry
No,
about.
No, I don't think I will. What was
The
that?
grip on your arm gets tighter, and the look persists.
On both sides.
Father, please.
There it is again. It sounds like a small child.
Mosh, go see what you can find.
Okay.
No.
Send the fool off
wait,
on his own.
Wait. Do not go down there.
What is
It is
down there?
dangerous.
What is it?
It is my deepest sadness. It is the reason why I said do not go to Ravenloft Castle uninvited. It always ends bad. Always. That is my son.
The moment that you say that, the grip it's gone. She
And
just
with
lets go.
that, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Yo, dude.
The cliffhanger.
You're all
I had
watching so
goosebumps,
far.
Matt.
Not bad.
Yeah, we're going to take a 5-minute break. Thank you, everyone, so much so far for tuning in. This is your reminder to have a snack, have some lunch, because it's almost midday here in Australia. Or if you're in the US or wherever else, have the meal that is appropriate for you right now. Take your meds, go to the toilet, have a drink, and we will be right back in 5 to 10 minutes, and roughly midday. So, we'll see you then, and I'll get us out of here real quick. Enjoy the news starting soon. If you have any Barovia memes, jump in the Discord. We will be taking submissions for those similar to Elder Scrolls, and I'll be putting them in the BRB screens and the ending screens. We've already got a couple that I need to put in, because I know Saz and Elliot have made some really funny ones from last episode, and I had an idea for one that I also need to get done up. So you'll see a couple next week, but yeah, community submissions where appropriate. They've got to be Strahd campaign related, but in the Discord there is a specific channel for it, just called What We Do In Barovia. Chuck them in there, and I'll keep an eye on it. So until then, we will see you in a little bit.
Hooray.
Bye-bye. Hello. Welcome back. Hello, everyone. Where we last left off, I can see a couple new folks in the chat. Hello. Welcome in. Love to see you. Little quick recap on what we've done so far, who we've met, and our special guest for this week, Anthony. What have we done so far? Actually, I'm going to throw you on the spot, Anthony. What have we done so far, specifically?
I don't know.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't?
I've only just got here. No, so we came back and met up at the tavern where Yuria and myself entered the scene and started talking to the rest of the party about some more of the lore of Barovia. At that point, Mosh was speaking to what are the names again?
Vistani.
Vistani.
Vistani, that's it. Yeah. No, 3 Vistani, and a conversation happened where the Vistani and the priest did not get along. So there was a little bit of words traded, upon which Yuria, backhanded one of the Vistani, and yeah, there was a few bad looks traded that way. After that, potentially a curse. After that, we went to the Burgomaster's place and met up with what were their names again?
Irina,
Ismark and Irina.
Ismark.
And we've taken the Burgomaster across to the church, gave the last rites, and the party has now heard some noises coming from under the floor, in the
They weren't
basement.
just noises. Oh my god. It was a tiny human.
And it's all just about to become chaotic. So
I feel like maybe it was a regular sized human that Matt just used a whiny voice for.
It said young man, but yeah, I probably went too pitchy, maybe.
yeah, 20-year-old.
Like mid-teens kind of thing. 14, 15, 16 area, maybe.
So, whoa, God, man.
So yes, let's set the scene once more. The last thing we said, the last thing we did, was you all kind of looked over to Donovich as you hear this banging from the below. From beneath the chapel floor, you hear this young man's voice cry out, "Father, I'm starving! Please!" And he starts to pretend that nothing happened, and you all look over at him. What do you do?
I think after hearing that is my son, Uriel lets go of his arm, knowing that Callista still has him. There's a little bit of a thing of, okay, good. Okay, it's not what we thought, but maybe we should check anyway. And I'm assuming that you, Mosher, you're looking for the source of this, like you're trying to find out how you can get to it.
Yeah, you very much like we're just like, oh, like find that door. So it's like Moshe's sort of like scouring around, looking around, like, I cannot seem to find the door. But it appears to be from under the floorboards. My new friend, how do we get below?
So Donovich is. I've mentioned a couple of times now. He looks very weak, but now upon this happening, you can see just how frail he is. He's been putting on as best as he can a certain persona the entire time he's been traveling, but upon this realization and upon you guys hearing this, he has fully withdrawn into his body. He is at the end of his string. And you can hear his voice is even weaker than it was before. Please do not.
My friend, there is someone beneath this building who is asking to be freed. You need to tell us more if we are to trust you.
Like I said, it is my son. And he is not... he is imprisoned for his own good.
Was your son also visited by Jackie?
Who is Jackie?
He means
I'm
Strahd.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. Jackie is Strahd. Strahd is the devil. Devil is Strahd.
His son went to the vampire's castle. I'm going to, where I've got my hand grabbing your arm, Donovich, I'm going to, with my free hand, grab at your robes, and I'm gonna move, like try and see your neck, because I have a theory.
Yeah, I won't, what's the word? Fight that. I'm just gonna let that happen.
You can see his sunken eyes, so clearly exhausted, looking back at you with a somber face, but accepting.
I'm specifically looking to see.
Oh, just like letting you what you're doing, but like he's
I'm
on that close inspection.
Yes, specifically looking to see if there are bite marks on his neck.
Oh, there are not. And check left and right, even the back and the front. There are no evidence of bite marks on this man.
I have not been bitten. I would rather die than have that affliction.
Father!
DM,
Voice
have
to
I
voice.
heard this at all in the last 4 days that I've been kind of, sort of like pseudo living with this guy, and just kind of learning as much as I can? Have I heard this at all? Like
You've
this is brand new.
This
right?
is brand new for you. So the creaks and shakes, maybe it's like specific times of the day, because you've been out gathering information quite a lot in the town.
Yeah.
So you basically know most of the NPCs literally, and NPCs as in like the general townsfolk. But yes, so you have not actually heard of this yet. Perhaps he has very clearly been able to cover it up or delay this happening so far. Clearly him coming to you in the morning, having a chat, was too long in this situation.
Right. So.
Because normally he doesn't really leave the chapel.
Right. Okay.
You are correct. My son did go to the castle. And
Returned a monster.
I mentioned that they should not go. Several other villagers went as well, and they stormed the castle. And pretty much all of them died, except for my Daru. He didn't, unfortunately. Or, well, he did, but not in the same way as everyone else.
Has he been bitten?
Yes. He has come back as a vampire spawn.
And so you keep him in your basement as a pet.
What else am I to do? Not as a pet, as a loved one.
He
is
is
not fed.
not your son anymore.
He is my son.
Every
He's
word
still-
and every statement you say is basically punctuated with just every few moments.
So,
He
are
still
we
remembers.
We should be a
Sorry.
little bit concerned about. That sounds is getting very loud. Should we do something?
Why do you
It's
think
fine.
Bridget's in my hands?
It's fine. He will stop. The hunger, it stops. I help him. I give him what little he needs to survive through. He has not fed since he has been turned. He has not once tasted the blood of a human.
I am getting a little worried. The ground is starting to shake a little bit. Have you
He's
fed?
still
When
my
was the
son.
last time he fed? Have you given him anything?
You have not today.
Yes. Not today.
Today.
Maybe.
I've been out helping you.
What do you normally feed him?
Animal blood. What
D-
little I can get in this cursed place.
Okay, well, do you have any? Your son seems very angry.
Today I do not.
Adding to this, Yuria, this is the only task he really does, to go out of town periodically
Right.
and it was only ever in vague terms to go out and search for things. Whether that's for him cooking or not was pretty much like ambiguous. But
So that's why you left. Right.
Sorry
And
for
you
the
didn't think this
secret.
was pertinent to talk about. You didn't think it was pertinent to mention when I was here.
It has never became an issue prior to. He has,
What, that
he
you
has
have a
never gotten
literal
out.
murderous machine hiding underneath your floorboards?
That has never murdered.
Because you keep it locked up down there like a pet, feeding it when it needs to be fed.
Like
Yes,
a
it is your
patient.
son.
He has an affliction. It
And how
can
do
be
you-
cured.
It can be.
I can only hope. I've heard tales.
Hope.
The cure for such things is death. There is no cure.
The cause for such things was death.
So your son is dead.
Not quite.
I think Urian, this is just taking all of it in. And there's a bit of hesitancy on her face because she doesn't really know what to do.
Father, it's been so long, please. I don't know what time it is.
Just let me feed him. Forget what you have seen.
No. No. Undeath is a perversion of the rightful order of life and death. I do not abide by this.
I'm sorry, my friend. I have to agree.
Have you ever lost a loved one before?
I'm currently missing my loved one, my sweet Lady Rain.
Then you will know how it feels. If you had the chance to get them back and had a chance to save them from a potential, not a potential, but an affliction, wouldn't you take it? Wouldn't you spend every moment of your waking life, and even in my case, sometimes of the night? I pray to the morning Lord every night for the safe return of my child. And instead of hearing anything, all I hear is silence. The only thing that I know to do is to continue providing for him until the time where we can rid this land of Strahd.
And what happens if he gets out? What then?
Anyone who would like to make a religion check, by the way, on someone who's been turned may do so.
Gonna use our luck on that.
I would encourage using luck. We got a lot of it. Anthony, you are
So
also
is that
very welcome to use
natural
luck.
20?
Religion check?
Religion check, please.
That's a natural 20
Ooh.
for a total of
I
20.
would say-
Okay, because
I would say
that's better than
Donovich-
me, because that's a 4.
I did a 10.
Donovich, you specifically know what they're about to say already. I was mostly just saying if you have a check you want to do, you are more than welcome to use some of the luck.
Did anyone else use luck just then?
No.
No,
Did
just
not
so I
roll.
can keep the just so I can keep the total up in the chat.
No.
All right. So anyone else get a nat 20? What's the next highest roll after 20?
Didn't roll.
And roll 10, and Mosh, what'd you get?
4. So
Okay.
Mosh knows nothing.
It's just Calestis and Donovich. All right. While vampires are incredibly powerful, and it seems that Strahd is another level again, this would not be a full-fledged vampire. This is what you would call a vampire spawn or a thrall, if you were to be like saying it more casually. Now, they are still creatures of great power, creatures that Calestis, you know, exceed your power currently. Any individual of yourself. If this thing was to get loose, this town is dead. Like, without sugarcoating it, Donovich is dead. If you know, the barkeep's dead, any of the townsfolk you've met, this thing would barrel through if it wanted to. They do have free will, other than that of their dark master. So if whoever turned them wanted them to do something, they're basically I'll double check this as well. My knowledge is that they are basically obliged to do so, because they now hold power over them. So
I believe so.
yeah, cruel fate to be a vampire spawn. It is not an ideal, because it means the vampire has decided that you don't get to be equal with it. You know, very typical of a vampire to be so egotistical that it would rather have an army of thralls than actually another competitor, as one of the most dangerous things to a vampire is another vampire, turns out. But yes, similar weaknesses in the same way that you know of the current weaknesses.
Yeah, can you remind me of the current weaknesses, because I don't think we've actually discussed them.
I did.
Yeah.
I think I gave you
mentioned it.
some.
So I would have
I-
told you at the bar, or at the tavern, running water burns vampires like acid. That sunlight causes them to burst into flame. That they can turn into a different form of creature, like a bat, a wolf, or like a mist itself. and that they can dominate with basically any kind of like their gaze literally can like dominate your mind. Whether or not that applies to all vampires, I don't know, but that is just something that I was made aware of in my discoveries.
So out of this stuff, in terms of what you know about vampire spawn specifically, they are not powerful enough to shapeshift. They cannot alter the terrain around them like a lair. And they have no magical ability, as in they cannot do the dominations and charms. That is because that would immediately contradict with what a vampire would have them do in that sense, because the vampire is the controlling puppet master instead of them.
In terms of other stuff that like in the common vampire meta we know about, like garlic, wooden stakes, silver, do they have to, like, if you throw a bunch of salt at them, do they have to like count it before they can move past it? Or
that would all be hearsay. Whether you believe it or not is your choice. You know, it's funny for roleplay, but yeah, a lot of the lore would be up to your discretion of what superstitions that you want to try out. The ones that Uria and ones that you have read about are the sunlight sensitivities, stake to the heart, running water, forbidden, so the entering of locales. And that's it for weaknesses, but you know that this creature can also regenerate its health. Vitality
so
will
wooden
recover.
Stakes are a thing.
Yes.
Okay.
It has to be incapacitated while you do so, though. Oh, sorry. It specifically states while it is incapacitated, aka unconscious, in its resting place. So, if you were to not destroy this thing in its resting place, it would be able to regenerate itself. All right. Also, I want to just shout out if you can see Lolcopter in the chat. He's talking because he's played Curse of Strahd before, but Lolcopter's part of the group of my very first ever hire game, and their first ever campaign was Curse of Strahd.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
Lolcopter, are you the person who Matt warned us that he had Strahd punch you through pull out your heart?
Yeah, that's them.
Is that them?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, it's one of his party
Right on.
members. I don't really remember who what was, but yeah, he stuck his hand right through his chest, pulled his heart out in front of him.
Hot.
Anyway, look forward to that later.
God.
But yes, in terms of the religion check, big old you get a lot.
So what happens if he gets out? What happens if you can't contain it? What happens if the worst happens?
Yes, Calestis is the only one who realized all of this.
If he hasn't gotten out,
Well, what if he
he's been.
does?
Well, then
You die.
the husks
I
of
die.
this town.
The town dies.
The husks of this
There
town
won't be
get
no
bitten.
survivors.
It's not like
No.
there are many people here anyway.
Can
you
Mosh
have-
notice if the like banging is getting just like more loud and violent, or
It is. It sounds like an animal that is wounded is desperately trying to search for something that isn't what it has been doing. So the desperation is setting into this creature very clearly. The bangs are getting louder, and every time he speaks, there is more stress in the voice.
my
I need to
friends,
feed.
what should we do? This is getting very, very loud.
Calestis.
Turn-
Oh, sorry, go on.
Donovich tries to walk towards the sort of front of the area, and basically looking to see if there's any leftover blood that can be taken down.
Any leftover blood that can be taken down. Yeah, make a perception check real quick for us.
I think so. At Calestis's basically like interruption of the priest when he's trying to dismiss that, oh, it's gonna be fine. She'll turn to Calestis and just ask, is this above us? What do you know?
I could not do it alone. It will be a difficult task, but I think between all of us, as long as we stayed away from its teeth, we would have a chance. Barely.
Okay.
Let me
That was a
just
6.
double check that. That was a 6?
Yeah.
You cannot spot anything other than dried blood or your own as you've been defending this place from the horrors of the night.
I think to the point in which that Donovich said there's not many people in the town anyway. The moment that she gets the confirmation from Calestis, Uriel will stride over to where the old man is, grab him by the scruff of his neck, of his robes, and pin him to a wall. And hold him there. Not to injure him, just hold him there. It is not your son. If this thing is allowed to leave, if you do not maintain control for even but a moment, you damn an entire town, and that's nothing to you?
No,
Nothing.
he damns more than the town. Once
He's
that
not gonna.
spawn tastes blood, real blood for the first time, it will not stop. It will hunt every living creature here, and it will drain them dry.
He doesn't resist. You can see his eyes starting to water over. You can tell that he has been fighting what you're saying. He knows, and he has been fighting this realization for a long time. He won't meet your eyes though. He will not make eye contact, and he says, "He remembers. We talk of tales of old. When he was young, his mother. I don't know whether you've noticed, but people in this town don't really have much in them. People walking around not saying much, people doing monotonous tasks over and over."
I have.
This is not coincidence.
That doesn't mean they should be condemned to death
They already
because of
are.
your inability to let go.
My son still has a chance.
Your son is dead. I'm just gonna point at Gwenryn, and I'm gonna say, barricade the front door. We cannot let it get out. Mosh the windows.
She will immediately do as you say.
Mosh nods and just starts doing stuff.
I'm just assuming, is this map of the church accurate in that the stuff's all
That is
broken
the
to
church
shit?
map. This is exact. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's heaps of scrap wood and stuff that we can grab and barricade shit with.
Yep. And
Yep,
every
cool.
window is smashed.
Yep, I'm gonna point at Ismark and Irina to do the same thing.
This is going to happen whether you like it or not. And you need to accept the reality of the situation. I have nothing more to add. If you would so freely throw the life away of an entire town for the sake of a monster that has been made from the memory of your son, there is no discussion. and she'll at that. So on the map, the way I kind of envision this is Yuria has pinned him to the right side of the door of the wall on that left side of the church. So like just south of where Gwenrin is, right? Like just on the corner of that. And we'll kick the door open with her foot, turn him around, shove him in the door, and shove him into the room, pull the door shut, and then look for anything like a candelabra or any sort of item that will bar that door shut so he cannot leave.
Right. Bolting all of this, making sure it's all secured in, and including the windows, I'm assuming with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's also four little side rooms that you can see there. There's his office. There is, you see the room on the, it's directly on the right, down near the bottom. You can see there's a trap door leading downstairs, just down here.
Mm-hmm.
So which room did we lock him? Did we lock, was it
with the bed and the bedside table?
the top one?
The
Okay.
top left one, yeah.
Sweet.
So he's
Sorry,
not
am
locked
I-
in that room.
Am I locked in there?
Well, I've pushed you in there. If you want to resist, go ahead.
That'll be with the new rules against your strength DC.
As I start pulling back, but I say, I don't resist. I've been resisting this entire time, and you're going to do it anyway. And if he is to die, I need to be there for my son. I can't ignore this. If he is to die, I need to be there for him. He is mine. He's all that I have left in this world. I can't not be there.
If
Please.
it looks for a moment that you are going to aid him, I will not hesitate to kill you too.
I'm a weak man. I have nothing I can do to aid him.
I think standing in front of the door after pushing you through, just standing there in front of the door looking at you, she'll kind of sigh, slow blink a little bit. I take no joy in this, and walks away towards the sound of the banging.
Yeah, so that will be just down down to the trapdoor here.
Mm-hmm.
I take the key, the small man, what are they called? Key loop.
Key ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keyring. I take my small keyring out and walk over to the trapdoor. And it's dark down there. Don't give him a chance to move. Please make it as quick as possible.
Okay.
And he unlocks the padlock, takes the chain off of the door.
Are any of
Yeah.
you
I
guys
will-
coming with?
Yeah.
I'll walk
I think
over, and when
once
we're all-
I've done barred a couple of windows, I'll join you down there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll when we're all together, I'll just say, don't separate. Don't show fear. And I'll cast light on my shield again.
There are so
And,
many of us. I'm sure that we can help.
Right.
He draws a long sword and a short sword, one in each hand. Irina will pull out a rapier.
The beads that were around both of her hands have now separated, and they are fully wrapped into these almost like basically it would look like brass knuckles. Essentially, she has these silver coated beads coating both of her fists as she kind of lowers herself and just prepares for whatever might come out of that door,
Yeah,
and just watches every movement of the priest.
I'm not going to equip it because then I wouldn't be able to cast, but I'm gonna have my I'm gonna take my silver dagger that I got from the Vistani and tuck it kind of behind my forearm on the inside of my shield, so it's like within reach if I need it. And I'll turn to Gwen again. I'll say, "Do you still have your silver sword?
I do.
The fool might need to borrow it."
Well, I've got a rapier, so I can just wield that, but it's not silver.
Well, Gwenryn will turn around and give you hers.
Okay.
Which was a short sword from memory.
Yes.
What time is it?
It's a great
It's
question.
12:39 p.m.
I would say it's 12:39 p.m.
Barovian
It's
Eastern
midday.
Standard Time.
Wouldn't it be
Midday.
BM? Or Barovian?
Or Barovia.
For Boast Meridian.
Yeah, for Barovia Midian. Yeah, no, it actually probably is, because you spent the morning talking, you went to Ismark Arenas. That is, just by coincidence, probably accurate, yeah.
Knowing, like, living here for a very long time, what sort of, so, like, there's a big shadow cast on the, does that mean that sunlight does not get in to the town?
It does, but it's more like dimmed light.
Like a constantly overcast in
Yeah.
Forks, Washington in twilight.
Yeah, no one sparkles here.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
God.
So was that sword just like a normal
Mm-mm.
short sword?
It's silvered.
But
Okay.
it's not. Okay, so in the inventory thing, silver weapons are considered +1. Matt said that these are just regular weapons that are silvered. So,
Mm-hmm. It's just a short
Just-
sword that you would add,
Yes.
and then
add a short
Okay.
sword, change the name to silver short sword.
Okay, because short sword is less damage than
Yeah.
my rapier.
I'm just going to put an image in the Discord, basically of how the scene looks. I think I showed it when you first entered Barovia, but oh, that's the wrong one. This is how the castle looks over the town for your reference. This is in the public one.
Oh, I was like, no, that's the handsome.
No, that's Ismark
Bruce,
and
Raimi brother. Yeah,
yes,
that's
no,
the
that's,
handsome
them
Raimi
there.
brother looking dude.
Yeah.
okay.
Wow, that looks incredibly structurally unsound.
Yeah, you'd think so.
I
but
feel
yeah.
like if we got enough smoke bombs, we could topple that thing
So in terms of
from
that,
the bottom.
in terms of that image, I'll bring it up on stream as well. In terms of that image, only at the time of day specifically would the castle overcast its shadow, but it seems to do that every day towards the like mid-morning area to noon, and then it'll start exiting the silhouette of it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Right now, no, it's not cast in shadow.
All right.
So I think what Anthony might have been getting at is, if this thing escapes, is it going to be penalized by being in sunlight?
So with that 20 check that you got earlier on the religion, unless the sun is directly out, you're suspecting even daylight here will not burn them. And the reason why you think and know that, Mosh, how convinced are you that Jackie is Strahd or not Strahd?
He's pretty convinced at this point. Like, he's had everyone telling him that Strahd is like the guy on the coin, and the guy on the coin looks exactly like Jackie.
So, you walked to town with Jackie all morning. in the daylight.
Yeah. Mm.
When he dropped you off in the carriage, he,
Yeah,
for
but
the others,
he
he
also
waved his
rolled
arm.
a natural. Yeah, he rolled a natural 2 on his perception check on his history check to recall whether Jackie had pointy teeth or not. So, like, Jackie could have had a parasol. I don't think Mosh would have noticed.
I'll give Mosh the benefit of the doubt, also to move on the story. He would probably notice someone burning in the face when he's paying attention to him talking with him. Like his perception's bad.
Jackie's wearing 3 trench coats, a hoodie, a face mask, and carrying an umbrella. And Mosh
He's
is
got
just
a
like,
parasol.
oh, what a lovely day it is.
Skipping through the fields.
So-
Tiptoe through the tulips.
By the window.
So at this point, it's just myself, Calestis, and Donovich in the room. Gwenrin, Ismark, Irena, and Montgomery are on the outside of the room.
I think
if
it's
you
more
want-
that we can't fit all of the
Yeah.
tokens in the
Well, I
area.
don't think there's enough room for all of us to be in there. Like, that's a pretty small
Well,
room.
aren't we going downstairs? Aren't we, like,
No one's gone down yet.
yeah,
No,
are
it's
we
not down
going down? Okay. So it's more just like order of who's going down, I think, at the moment.
With the thunking, I don't think we're going to need to go down. Yuria has literally positioned herself right outside the trapdoor, waiting for the priest to open it.
Oh, so you would rather us fight the thing up here?
I guess
I don't
it's
think
going
it's
to
going to be a
depend on if
matter
it's
of us
restrained
being
downstairs or
able-
not.
yeah. I don't think it's going to be a
'Cause
matter of us
if-
being able to go down.
If Donovan's been going downstairs to feed it and talk to it, it could be restrained. We don't know.
I begin to open
Okay.
up the latch.
Oh no.
Yuria's
Uh,
fists tighten a little bit as you do.
Open up the trapdoor, and I motion towards the thing, and say, "Or would you like me to go first?"
I'll go first. With light cast on the shield up, and my other hand is up ready to cast a spell.
And then after you go down, Yuria will motion to you, Donovich, to follow.
I follow.
Yeah, I am walking slowly and deliberately, and I am watching, like, tactical sweep from corner to corner and whatever we're seeing.
As we get
And-
down to the bottom of the thing, I'm going to pull out my small weapon.
All right, so you're heading down?
Yep, myself. It's, I guess if you want marching order, it would be Calestis, Donovich, myself, and then I think it would just be everybody as they are on the map. So
Yeah, Gwen's
Gwen,
happy to
Ismark,
follow
Irena,
straight
and-
after.
All right. Those who are going downstairs, are any of you... So, Donovich, you know that downstairs is not lit by torches at all. If you want to do anything for that. Otherwise, head over
Well,
to the next side of the map.
I think Calestis put light on their shield.
Yep, and you're going down, so you'll
Yep.
have, what, 20-foot radius?
Yeah.
It's 20 foot and then to another bit dim.
20-foot radius in bright light and 20 foot of
20
dim
foot
light
dim.
after that.
All right, well, head on down.
Can I be
Yes.
that character with, I've got dark vision.
You can, you may. So remember, dark vision also doesn't grant regular perception checks. That is a common misconception. It will still grant you obscured vision, which is disadvantage on checks. You know, luck points withstanding, but
Unless you have that feat that lets you do that. There's a
yes,
feat
or that.
in the thing that lets you do that, I found, which is cool.
You are very right. I did
Um,
get about the
once
feat.
we hit the bottom of the stairs, I will stay here with the wall to my right and scanning.
So, you can see the church's undercroft has rough-hewn walls, so no wood down here, and a floor made of damp clay and earth. It's clearly been dug out. Rotting wooden pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling, and candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse the gaunt shape of someone in the far corner. Gwen, what's your dark vision range?
60.
60. I can zoom out a little bit. So you can see. I will get rid of some of this fog.
Oh, I also have 60 feet of dark vision.
Oh, do you? Yeah, dark vision,
me
make
too.
yourself known. I think, Mosh, you
Yeah,
probably
me
also
too.
have dark vision being a tiefling.
I'm trying to
I
find
don't.
out.
All right.
So go to your
Species traits.
character sheet. Yeah, character
Senses.
sheet on the left-hand side where it says passive perception, investigation, insight. Underneath it'll say
Oh yeah, dark
Dark
vision,
vision,
60 feet.
All right.
brilliant.
Yes, get fucked, Donovich.
Yeah, I'm just like hands out. All I can see is the light coming from the shield.
Okay, so
But I grab my club out and cast light on my club.
this is what you see here. Now, in the corner, you can see this creature. It's got that retina red reflection you see when something spots you in the night. Kind of that. I don't know what other animals get it, but the closest one I think of is like a dog, and you'd see it with a werewolf as well, or a cat. And you see their eyes flick immediately to your direction, and they're kind of huddled in the corner. They hiss. I smell your blood from here.
Son,
I'm not
calm.
I'm not
He's like cowering in the
Gonna-
corner.
I'm not going to drop eye contact with it, but I will just say loudly enough to be heard up the stairs. Spread out. Do not give it an opening to pass you.
At that, Yuria, kind of looking over the banister, will jump over it, just hop over the side of it. And if you're going to go that direction, to get ahead of Donovich, she'll jump over the side of it and then make her way over to this direction right here. Never breaking eye contact as she moves away in that direction.
All right. See the young man scrolling his way. You can see the drag marks in the dirt where he's clearly tried to pull away from his bonds and make himself at least a little bit more free. But it looks like he's confined to that corner.
Donovich slowly moves up to about here. Club out in front. It says,
Actually, I don't know if you've said it yet. I actually think he's not restrained. He is just cowering in the corner. But yes, you can see the scratch marks from the fingernails on the walls here as well. Like a lot of digging has tried to take place and failed. If that changes any of the roleplay that you were about to do.
They're here to help, though. Relax. I'm sorry, my son. I should have. I'm sorry.
You have to let me out. I don't belong down here. I promise I won't do anything irresponsible. I'll go in the forest. I'll feed there. I didn't know I would be like this.
It's no longer up to me, boy. Give me 2 seconds. I'm so sorry.
He bars
So
back
I guess
at you with a hiss.
Yeah.
Mosh is positioning himself at the bottom of the stairs
Yeah.
to sort of block it off.
You can see
and
he's
be
watching every move you're making, by the way.
At the conversation between Donovich and Doru, Yuria just kind of under her own breath is just, and this is the way you would keep your son, huh? Not a pet. Sure. And she'll keep making her way around to the wall and just peeking around these pillars. Is there anything that I can notice as I get closer? Is there anything, like a perception check or whatever, like just to scan the area around them to see if they are restrained, to see
Yeah, roll me a quick
the
perception
state of
check.
them, if they look gaunt?
Touching
something?
base with Gwen, what are you doing here? Are you setting yourself up or anything? Like to do? Here?
Yeah, I'm going to move her a little bit closer, but away from the others, so she's got plenty of swinging room, as it were.
So I take it you and Calais.
24.
Awesome. And confirming positioning, everyone's happy with that. Calestis and Gwenrin are more or less the two front bulwarks. Yuri's kind of got the back line. Donovich is more or less in the middle of everyone. Irina looks to be missing. But other than everyone happy with that?
Irena's still
Think so.
upstairs at the moment.
She kind of like the last line, or are you bringing her down?
I think she probably hasn't made her way down yet because Ismark has just gotten to that point. So
Ismark,
I think she's probably going to be making her way down in the next little bit here.
So Ismark very clearly looks to be concerned about Irina and sticking close, but also recognizes that he can't tell her what to do. Very clearly a deep bond, a connection there, but she is, he is reluctantly going like, I will always have concern, but you are your own.
She's definitely trailing behind. She just hasn't gotten there yet. That's all. So, I guess for the sake of it, she would be literally right behind, if not on the like above the trapdoor, but just now descending.
Okay. So, right now with the 24, you've got a cornered animal situation. He is not restrained. Okay. Clearly trying to dig his way out to fail, to no success. The hands are bloodied, but still clawed and sharp. But you've got a pretty good perimeter right now, and he's eyeing off the three of you that are closest before showing absolute rage for his father, his captor.
I think at that, Yuria will continue to move forward, but noticing the hostility towards Donovich, as she moves forward and towards him, her hands are up as if she's not and the beads have kind of loosely fallen over her thumb, so she's not trying to be a threat here. We'll eye Donovich and just give him a look of don't move any closer. We'll try to cover this kind of a thing. Whether or not you glean that's up to you. But as she gets closer,
would I notice that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty obvious, and light's been cast, so the whole area is lit up. The light is not burning them. I also need to state, because that is not direct. That is not sunlight. You would need a different spell.
Yeah, we don't have that yet.
So
That's
as
a third level spell.
Yeah, as Yuria moves closer with her hands up, we know you've been to Ravenloft. We need to know what happened. Did you meet with Strahd? How did you become the way you are now?
I was led to Ravenloft to storm the castle. It was a wizard in black robes who came to Barovia from a faraway land, and no one survived. That's part of why and he looks over at Father. That's why the procession happens every night. I was turned instead of killed, because Strahd thought it was appropriate for the priest to have something that lasts longer than he does. No, I should have been dead.
As he's talking, Yuria will continue to move forward slowly and methodically, just never taking her eyes off of Doru, and just looking for any change in behavior as he continues to lament about what occurred.
So how close to you yet?
I would say I'm about that point. As he's doing this, it is very metered. She's doing maybe 5 feet.
20 feet away.
Maybe. So.
Okay.
And as she gets closer,
it's like a twitch every time you move forward. He's like, and you can see a flicker between the boy and the beast within.
I think she'll stop there. And as subtly as she can, will pull the beads tight, make the fists, and hold them in front of her. And just a light stance, as if she's just waiting. But the intent is to hold an action.
What are you holding?
The moment that he moves, whether or not he moves towards me or anybody else, I'm going to be holding an attack to grapple.
Cool. And just confirming that'll be a reaction
It'll
to
be an
make.
unarmed strike into a grapple. Yeah.
Yeah. So it won't be a full round of turn. Cool.
No.
All right. Anyone else? We got a prepared action. We've got anything else? He is looking jumpy. You can see that the this kid is hungry for pretty much whoever will get too close by the look of it.
I'm holding in my hand my arcane my what's the thing? My
Symbol? Your holy symbol?
Focus?
Yeah, my holy symbol, that's it. Which is like a raven skull with a beak made of gold.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I am just holding it. And I'm also waiting to, if he moves, cast a thing.
All right.
Do I need to for bards to cast spells? Do I need to actually have my instrument out, or?
What is your instrument?
Well, we said he had several. He had like sort of like oh shoot
Like the
little shaky guy,
tan and stuff like that.
Yeah, little tan and stuff like that, and like.
Usually the spell will have like a component on it. Most of them are verbal, but usually you'll also have like a spellcasting focus that channels the magic through. Yours are typically your instruments. Certain bards can also use their voice, use their dance, use their whatever. So it's that is actually up to you. If you're telling
it'll
bad
probably
stand-up
be
jokes, you can use your voice.
Yeah, it'll probably be his just voice then. Okay, sweet. Yeah, other than that, Mosh is just like guarding the bottom of the stairs area in case he tries to leg it up there.
Okay.
Gwenryn is just on alert, waiting to see what happens with Bridget in her hands.
All right. All right. Sounds like everybody's prepared. So, with that, what's the next move?
Is he just continuing to sit in that corner and not move?
Yeah, he's caged animal right now. He's just sitting there. He's watching for movement as much as the rest of you are. He can see that you're all preparing stuff, and there's a flickering the attention between each.
It brings me no pleasure to do this, but your existence is in direct conflict with my lady's will.
Then just let me go.
No.
I won't hurt anyone, I promise.
No, you cannot promise that.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
In that moment that Doru is talking to Calestis, would you allow me the opportunity to seize the moment of distraction to immediately close the gap?
There's probably no surprise here to be gotten because there's such high tension and he's watching everyone. But if you would like to initiate that, yes. But you would be rolling initiative.
I want to do that.
All right, roll initiative.
Everyone?
Yep, that's
Yep.
it. That's the
Here we
thing.
go.
Amazing.
Oh boy.
That's the trigger.
12.
Oh, boy.
26.
Oh, fuck it hell.
That's a
Alert me, baby!
12?
Alert me,
No, wait.
baby.
What did I get? 17? Wait, how do I check?
I didn't.
Be
Oh
the
no,
rolls
okay,
plus
no,
your-
my initiative is 22.
So because I'm initiating, am I going to get a turn and then I will be put at the end of the initiative order?
So
Or how
it'll
are we doing
be
that?
initiative based, so the same thing.
Okay.
Let's figure here. Yeah, it's basically regular initiative plus any modifiers you already get. So I think the barbarian at some point will get advantage on theirs for like their danger
Not yet.
sense. Yeah, it's not yet, is it?
Not yet.
All right. Cool.
We're gonna
cool.
10.
So I'll just go down the order in a sec.
So, sorry for my own reference.
No, you're
Are we
good.
going to be starting because I'm initiating this attack, and then that's going to trigger the initiative? Are we going to be starting at the end of the initiative roll, and then like how does that work? Sorry.
Think of it just more or less as regular initiative because everyone's already ready to go. It's like you've started going in, and then everyone around you has gone okay, and then that's the initiative order.
Right. Okay. Cool. Cool.
So, Yuria, what did you get?
I got a 12.
12. Not bad.
Yep.
Not bad. 12. Calestis.
26.
26. Damn. Mosh.
Damn.
22.
19 plus 7.
Gwen.
I have 11.
Donovich.
10.
Come on, Irina. You can do better than that.
Oh, do you need me to roll for the other guy? You got that.
I'll get Ismark. Actually, yeah, can you roll for Ismark? And then, Yuria, can you roll for Irina?
Yep.
Remember, a d20 roll can be modified with a luck token.
Oh. So I can reroll my initiative.
Yeah, initiative can now have advantage.
Okay. I might just do that then.
For anyone who'd
Irina
like to,
got
we
an
have an
8.
abundance. Sorry?
Irina got an 8.
8
So
for
did
Irina.
Ismark.
Both 8s?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Donovich, anyone else altering their roll, going for another one?
Do you know what? I'm
Just
going to give it a go.
I will just do one more.
May as well. Also,
All right, I'm going to stick with that 12.
Same.
From a DM to players, be fucking careful right now. My God.
Why do you think I'm near the stairs?
I'll tell you the CR later.
I'm
Donovich,
keeping my
what'd you get,
11.
sorry?
10.
11?
Yeah.
10?
Yep.
Any other rerolls?
I was
You're
at
in.
12.
12 still?
Yeah, 12
All
still.
right. All right. First up, I haven't rolled Doru yet. First up, then it is Calestis on the 26. And
Yep,
then Mosh, you're on deck.
I
Nice.
have a question.
Yes.
So I have bonus action spells. Can I use a spell as my bonus action? And can I use my Channel Divinity as my action?
Channel Divinity
Is
as
that-
your actions. So
Yeah, I don't know if Channel Divinity counts as being a spell or if it is just a holy effect.
it is an ability for the cleric. It is not a spell.
Okay, so I could theoretically use both in one turn.
Yes, if you've got a bonus action and an action, absolutely.
Okay, then I will present my holy symbol, and I am going to Channel Divinity turn undead. Needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Okay, on Doru, the wisdom save. No modifiers there. I won't be mean. I won't take your luck tokens. Wisdom save 15. How's that?
Fuck, that's the DC.
All right, meets his beats.
Yeah, means his beats.
Alright.
Okay, then I am going to, as my bonus action, cast Shield of Faith on
Ooh.
Yuria.
Ooh, plus 2 to
So-
AC.
Yeah, plus 2 to your AC for as long as I maintain concentration.
Yeah, okay,
That gives
concentration,
me
good to me to know.
20.
I am aware you're about to go and fist this guy, so. And then I am
Yep.
going to, trying to keep him in eyesight. I'm going to take a step back to here, and then I, Ash, really quickly, am going to run to the bathroom because that's the end of my turn.
All right.
Okay, so is that me?
That's you.
All right. I am going to use my. Do I have to do a action before bonus action, or is it just interchangeable?
In any order.
Uh,
So you've also got a movement
any order?
of your speed as well,
Yeah.
so up to 30 feet.
Sweet. So I'll do my bonus action first, which is I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration. I'm going to cast that on Yuria, seeing them sort of like start to lunge. I'm going to cast that on because they're within 60 feet. So, what does that give again? You get
I get a 1d4, I think. Is it D4 or D6?
A D6.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
D6
Awesome.
now to
Nice.
start with. Yeah, no, I think it was always
Yeah,
a D6.
one. Yeah, 1d6. Yeah, that you can use on attack rolls or saving throws.
Okay, cool.
And also, you'll have to let me know if I can do this, Matt.
Sorry, I'm just my wizards are like looking directly at me, being weird. So I'm like, what do you want? What do you want from me?
So if I move into, because I would like to cast Mage Hand, and then can I use Mage Hand to grapple?
No.
The-
So Mage
No,
Hand being
okay.
a cantrip. So the spell you're looking for is like big. It's called Big B's Hand, which is a quite a stronger level of Mage Hand, and you can also punch, slap around people with it. But Mage Hand it can't deal damage, and it can only hold
Yep.
5 pounds worth of force before it fizzles. So it's more of like
Okay.
a small
Okay.
tasks cantrip.
Yeah. Okay, so I can't do what I was planning then. But I would like to. How far is that? I want to cast Dissonant Whispers
Ooh.
Ooh. That's a good
over
spell.
to him.
Yeah.
So that's 3d6 worth of damage, and it's a Wisdom saving throw
Little
of
Wizzy
15.
Say. Wizzy say, is this half damage on a success?
Hold on.
I believe so.
I think so. Usually a leveled spell is half on a success, unless it's quite powerful.
The target must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6.
And then a successful save half as much.
I'm trying to see that. It doesn't say.
Let me look it up. So for you, that's a 12 to save against your DC.
Okay. So I just wait. Do I just roll that?
So what's the saving throw? What did I have to beat first? To know if it
15.
passed? So that's a fail. So your Dissonant Whispers goes off. This is the first time you're casting this. What's it
Yes.
look like, Elliot? What's Mosh's magic? Mosh's magic look like?
Well, given that it's a whisper, like Mosh is just like, "Do not attack my friends," and just like this sort of how he would see it is like this. It's just sort of like vocal waves, just sort of resonating up and down, and just sort of pushing Doru back into the wall, because it also pushes people back as well. So, yeah.
Okay.
But there's
cool.
nowhere he can go. So.
All right. So that
Oh,
is
but
that is a
and-
fail, which is good for you.
Yes. And then, so that was 3d6 of damage.
It will be, and it's
so he
psychic, right?
Yes, psychic damage.
Amazing. Love it.
Roll
no
them
notes.
dice.
So he did 8 damage, so that's a 2, a 5, and a 1.
Not bad.
Hey, it's something.
The beauty about this is it is not resistant to psychic damage. You get all that. So
Sweet.
what's the total? Sorry.
8 damage. So 2, 5, 1.
8 damage. All right. You see a psychic lash go to the boy, and he like cries out in pain. You see a little blood bleed out of his eye socket. So this kid still has at least some semblance of their body intact, but you deal that 8 psychic damage, and it lands.
Terrific.
Unless you know that unless you're doing a lot here, though, this creature's going to get a little bit of that back.
I guess I'm just gonna stay where I'm at the sort of door, in case he tries to bolt.
Absolutely. Okay, so sorry, I should have said on deck for the next person. Wow, Yuria, you're up, and Gwen, you're on
Yeah.
deck, straight from 22 to 12.
So, Yuria, being gifted the Shield of Faith, you can see these sort of translucent spectral wings kind of coat over the tops of her arms. And sort of almost looking like little pauldrons that kind of just rest, like kind of embracing her shoulder, before dissipating a little bit and becoming a little bit more see-through, and immediately closes the gap between her and Doru. So using just half of her movement just to get right up in there, and I'm going to. She basically just goes into attacking. So
All right.
just roll to hit. Real
No
quick.
worries. Any luck, you'll let us know.
19.
19 will absolutely hit. Do you want to fish for crit?
Okay. Nah. So she immediately closes the gap, and as she's moving, her grip on her silver knuckles is tightening, or the silver bead, excuse me, is tightening, and she comes in just straight for a sucker punch to the gut. And pivoting off of that, I think we talked about this, Matt. I'm still getting the 1d6 of damage, but I'm not getting the added bonus, right?
Yeah.
So going for that, getting the 1d6 of damage, but then immediately pivoting to grapple it basically pivoting behind Doru's neck, or body, excuse me, and pulling her arm up into his neck to put him in a headlock and pin him to the floor.
Yeah. Sorry. So for my clarification, when you said the extra damage, did you mean that other one that we were talking about the other day, or do you mean your base dex modifier?
So I think what we talked about for this, because the wording on this is a little bit weird.
Yeah, it is.
I think what we agreed on was that the base, like martial die damage, is calculated, but not the added damage from the modifiers.
That was it. So right now it should be +3.
Yeah, my extra bit should be +3, so it would just be the 1d6, right?
It should be 1d6 +3 then in that instance,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
so that would be 6 damage.
6
on
damage
that.
total.
So
And this is with your
one
silver
punch.
stuff?
Yep.
All right.
And then attempting to go into a grapple.
All right, so this thing's got to make, with the new rules, a strength save or acrobatics based on your DC. This is also for my reference because it's the first time we're properly using them. It is going to probably pass. That is a 22 to pass.
That will definitely pass.
Effortlessly, they just throw your arms back, hissing in your face, and you can see the fangs bared.
Failing that, immediately goes back in and does the wombo, the 1-2 with the flurry of blows. See if I hit both of them. Okay, that was a 1. So yeah, that's gonna be a no on that.
You say hold on, natural 1?
Natural 1.
Have you
Oh, no.
experienced this from me yet? Okay, cool. On natural 1s, and I said it in our session 0, I allow for opportunity attacks, so you can use a reaction to make a little hit. Now, enemies can as well, because that's the can of worms coming out of it. Now, they're going to
Wait,
attack
did you
back.
say reaction? Sorry.
You can use a react. So if you're in melee and a creature that you're fighting gets a natural 1, so Doru against Yuria. Yuria has got a natural 1. Doru is able to make a
So he's
reaction
using
opportunity.
his reaction.
Yes.
Dissonant Whispers takes that away.
Dissonant Whispers takes that. I
Takes
push,
away
like it
reaction.
pushes. Yeah, it
Yeah,
pushes
they
him as
have to
far back as possible.
Immediately use their reaction.
He is already at the furthest place from you. So, in terms
So that
of
doesn't
movement-
take effect.
Well, it took effect. So you are directly on the other side of the room. So the damage part all went through. The way you've all positioned yourself, he cannot move further away from you. So
Okay.
that part will, like, he has.
So he doesn't
has
lose his reaction.
No,
No,
the
he still does
secondary
lose
trait
his
does.
reaction.
Okay.
So they lose their reaction right now.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, they have
It's-
moved their reaction if available. So yes, they have used their reaction. They scroll at the wall, and they fail to move anywhere. You are correct, though. They have used their reaction. They cannot make an opportunity attack. So ignore that roll. I don't think I said the result. But Mosh, you have successfully done that. Anything else from you, Yuria? And Gwen, you're on deck.
Yeah, she goes in for the flurry, and I think Doru, being keenly aware that he should avoid my fists because that fucking hurt, would just effortlessly dodge out of the way, and you would see a little bit of frustration across Yuria's face as she settles into a stance. And that's my turn.
All right, Gwen.
Well, having seen him bare his fangs at Yuria, that's going to send Gwen into a rage. I'm going to go tick that off
Oh, dude.
my sheet real quick so I don't forget. And she's going to come in with Bridget, and she's just going to have a grand old time having a swing at him with it.
Go for it. And a side note, on deck is Donovich.
So we've
Cool.
effectively pinned him in this position.
Yeah.
With flanking
You
on both
hope.
sides.
15
Would
to
that
hit.
would that provoke some sort of advantage because we do have him pincered or pincered in this spot or no?
So my flanking requires direct opposites on the grid. If you
Okay,
can
cool.
knock him prone as well, yeah, you get the advantage. But right now, as you are,
Okay.
you've cornered him. I like to call this the washing machine if you've got another character that is in that third spot. But, you know, mechanically, they can still move out that diagonal. If Calestis moves into that spot, you're in the washing machine. They cannot get out at all.
There's a
Is there a
there's pole
pillar there?
Yeah, there's a pole there.
That's
Oh
fair.
yeah, there is.
You know,
Mhm.
maybe do it anyway.
Yeah, just scrabble up it and then jump
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
You can
Let's
still
let
attack through it,
the
though.
range spell. Yeah, the range spellcaster will just walk up into melee range and do all my spells with disadvantage. How
I
about that?
forget that you're not a tank cleric.
Does a 15
I'm
hit?
just not.
15
I'm not
does
a
hit.
melee cleric.
Yeah, it's my bad for the assumption because I always play like the tankiest cleric imaginable, and then I walk into things with
Yeah.
Spirit Guardians and they die.
Well, I'm level 2. I don't have spirit
that's fair, that's
guardians
fair.
yet.
You will activate
I am
at
pretty-
level 5, and then everything's done.
Yeah, I am pretty tanky though.
Gwen, what do you got?
That would be 8 damage, and knowing that she is using a great axe and it has cleave, she has angled it in such a way that it does not hit Uria.
Weapon mastery,
Um,
nice. Okay, so with that, does cleave add extra damage, or is that a second attack to another target? I think it's a
doesn't
second attack to another target.
I think it's to another target.
Yeah, so don't have to use that if you don't want. Are you
Yeah.
raging right now? Are you?
I am, so I get my temporary hit points.
What's that look like? You feel as you do
Being-
that, you feel the seed resonate with you, and kind of like shoot a jolt of energy, of very potent elemental, natural magic into you.
It's going to initially shock her, but then she's going to feel like she can go all night long. Let's go.
All right. How much damage is that in total then? Is that including the
8.
rage?
Oh, and rage. Shit, I forgot
Yeah, you
about
got
my
2
rage.
extra from rage, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
Oh, that'll be 10 damage then.
10 damage, and this is the silvered great axe.
No, she is not silvered.
All right, you're going to be dealing 5 damage then.
Lucky I rolled a d12 then.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. So, anything else on your turn? It sounds like your move
Nope.
bonus action. So from there,
Wait, would it be? Sorry, wouldn't it be 6 if it was 8 on the die plus 2 for age? Isn't it? Is it just the whole thing halved, or is it?
yeah, the final
Would it
damage
be the
gets
half
halved.
of the weapon? Okay.
I don't think it's half because the 2 adds to the attack roll, which is the weapon. What am I trying to say? Donovich, you're up.
Alright. Seeing all this, Donovich is going to move slightly forward and is going to very reluctantly cast Bless on Uria, Gwenrin, and Calestis.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh. Thank you.
Yes.
1d4 on
Attack
Pretty much
rolls and saving
On attacks
throws.
and saving throws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on attack rolls
Sick.
and saving throws.
sick.
Didn't the last time Bless was cast, Monty not get completely blessed
Yep.
as well?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a
Listen,
theme. That's a
there
running
are
theme.
certain people.
You can help
Two
yourself.
of them make.
Wait,
Two of them make
Donovich
sense
is like,
on
wait,
account of.
Monty's here? Was
Also state that Bless and Bardic Inspiration are 2 separate instances, so you can use both.
Mhm. Yep.
and is going to is just gonna stand there staring.
Oh yeah, what's it look like, Donovich? What's your Bless look like? Give me some flavor.
So the bless is a whitish yellow light that sort of emanates from the hands, and you can see as the bless takes effect, there's a small glow around each character, of almost like a sunshine.
Cool. And then you've got the bless there. Anything else in your turn? Otherwise, we are up to Doru. So, Doru looks around the very desperate situation, and then they're just going to climb. Oh, actually, no, because they. What are they? Yeah, desperate. I'm going to do a little roleplay check. So highs, they're going to do something. Lows are going to do something else. Well, that's a natural 20. So highs, they are going to know that you two are probably going to absolutely lay into him. He moves away. So instead, he's going to try and fight you, Yuria.
Okay.
It's a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right, a claw's coming at you straight after for a 15.
That does not hit.
All right.
Nice.
You jump out of the way. You see the fangs start to try and get you anywhere it can. You swiftly dodge, and then the claw follows up soon after. But you are dexterous. You are alert. You make sure you are safe. Now, Irina and Ismark are now up together. You have the stat blocks, but I will give a bit of role play, and then I'll get you to roll. So you know that Ismark has a few attacks, and Irina has an attack as well. So they're going to immediately rush in. Specifically, Ismark is going to completely barrel through and charge. So he's going to go at 30. He gets up to where Donovich is over there. When he realizes he can't reach that location, he's going to pull out a heavy crossbow and go with that one. Irina's going to follow as far as she can from there too, and she does not have a melee weapon, so she's going to dash up to where that little gap is instead.
Right there?
Yep. And Ismark, you can make one crossbow attack because it has a loading property.
17 to hit.
Crossbow fires out. Just a heavy bolt flies straight past Irina as she runs into position, pinning it straight into the sternum. Roll some damage. You have hit.
That's a 10 I need for that.
This is not silver. No, I will scale him with you. These are silvered bolts.
Okay, that would be a whole 2. I rolled a 1.
Oh no! Oh no! All right, that is an amount of damage that you have dealt. So from there, back at the top of the round, Calestis and then Mosh, you're on deck.
Okay, Saz, how tall is Gwenrin?
I can't remember. Hang on.
Like, as a dwarf, he's like, what, 3-4 feet?
Something like that, I think. They're not like super short, but not like super tall either. They're sort of in the middle there, so probably about 4-ish.
Yes, so Calestis is 6 foot tall. Would I be able to fire a spell over Gwenrin's head without suffering from cover penalties for Doru?
So you can always shoot through allies with no penalty. And Doru does not have cover at all. That beam, because that 5 foot square space is like the realm at which they're fighting in. So there is no problem and no cover with that beam there. It would have to be
okay. Yeah, I was more
larger.
worried about accidentally. Yeah, I was more worried about accidentally hitting a friend.
Oh, so fair, so fair.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna use a luck point and roll with advantage, a guiding bolt.
Oh my god! Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a photo of this. I just rolled 2 natural 20s. I didn't need the luck point.
Can I
Okay.
get that again?
I just rolled. I'm sending a picture
photo,
to
motherfucker.
Discord. I just rolled 2 natural 20s.
Give me some
with
nat 20s in the
advantage.
chat. Holy shit. That's some nat 20 level bullshit.
That's all of my luck for today, though. Everything else is going to be shit.
This is what happens when you gift someone luck, because I'm going to reward the extra nat 20 right now. All right, role player
my
for
God.
me. How do you, not incinerate, but how do you deal like just a cannon amount of damage of this guiding bolt? 1 in 400 chance.
Yeah, sorry, the photo's real blurry because my hand started shaking.
I just put it in the Discord.
Yeah,
Oh
I'll
my
put it in the
god,
Discord.
that's,
So it's
that's a meme. That's a meme right there because it's got like that blur and everything.
so the way that you rule nat 20s is its maximum dice damage, right?
So I do perfect rolls, yes. So for anyone who's
Yeah.
watching, perfect rolls is you take the damage you could deal, automatic max. To me, it's nice and quick. What I'm going to give you for a double nat 20 is I'm going to give you perfect rolls plus, so roll the damage on top.
Nice.
Okay,
So
shit.
you get,
so
you
it's
get,
going to be
what, 46
24?
plus another 46.
Yes.
Yeah.
okay, 24 plus. It's
Jesus Christ.
4 and 4 is 8 plus 3 is 11, so that's 35 points. Yeah. So I think that I'm going to hold on to the holy symbol, and I think the holy symbol itself is going to glow with the force of the radiant energy at play here. And Donovan and I both have light cast on our weapons and our shields, and I think that this is just going to straight through the air, brighter than anything we've got, and just hit Adoru straight in the chest, as he pulls back from the crossbow hit.
Awesome.
Actually, you know what? I'd like it to hit the crossbow bolt where it's stuck to him and incinerated in his body.
Ooh,
From the force of the radiant energy.
Burning a big mark there, like right in that. Because
Yeah.
that's a big,
Yeah,
that's
just
a
like-
big hit.
Yeah,
Awesome. Okay, yes.
and it's radiant
absolutely.
damage. So if that does anything,
Rads, let me check. It is.
hang on. Actually,
it
just
is-
to add in, I rolled a 3 on the blessed dice as well. So that was a natural 23 to hit.
plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah, I'm just being a dick at this point.
It's fair. If you get like a 30, I mean, I'd still be like, yeah, cool, still max.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I don't get plus spell. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
That is
yeah,
a
it's a
30.
2-hit spell.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
30. Yeah.
What you're looking at here
Sweet.
is. It is not resistant, it is not vulnerable, but it is bloodied.
Nice.
Okay.
So the spawn is now bloodied, half health or less.
I am just gonna look over at Yuria and at Gwenrin, and I'm just gonna say, finish it. And whoever attacks him next with an attack roll has advantage because guiding bolt. He's illuminated.
Fuck
Yeah, that little hole in
sparkles.
his chest. The little hole in his chest is illuminated now, where the crossbow bolt. And I think I'm
Alright.
just gonna stay there. So
So from there, Mosh, you're up. Yuria, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Mosh is gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Moshery.
Yeah, vicious mockery.
incredible.
And just give him a little insult. Tell him he needs to. Yeah, excuse me, sir. You need to moisturize. Just real passive aggressive mockery,
All right.
and that's a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
Wisdom save, no worries. That's going to be a 9, so that'll fail. Because you're at
Yep.
DC 15, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah. And then psychic damage of 4. You get 3 damage.
3 psychic damage, absolutely. Do they have disadvantage on their next attack roll?
They sure do.
Excellent. See him
So
like
I
look at
should-
his
And-
hands and he covers his face. He's like, I've been unable.
Does if I do the bonus action of Thingo again, Bardic Inspiration, does that take it off Yuria or can I also put it on Gwen?
No, so you can use it, and so they have it to spend after that. So you can only use it in a number of times up to what is it, proficiency or charisma modifier?
Yeah, I can use it
Yeah.
a certain amount of times. Yeah.
Unless it specifically says can only distribute 1 at a time, you're good.
I don't think it does say that.
we're
So
good.
yeah, I'll do that again, and I'll cast Bardic Inspiration on Gwen.
Ooh, nice.
All right. I know you can't stack Bardic, so you can only give it to one. They will have 1 Bardic.
Yeah. And yeah, then I'm still just guarding this this like way out just in case.
All right.
So then I'm just not moving.
So from here, what did I say? Uria's next.
So that the previous combat that we had, should I have rolled that with advantage as well? Just out of curiosity. Because that was the
Previous
Dissonant Whispers again. Was the previous round. It doesn't really matter.
No,
but
no.
so for my the difference.
No,
spell that you
Dissonant
used?
Whispers doesn't give.
Okay, cool.
Thing. It's only that was what's
So
it called?
You will get
Right,
advantage.
it's just
vicious
for my
mockery.
reference.
You'll get
It's just
advantage
for my
now
reference.
from the guiding bolt though, because it's,
Yes.
for one of the
Yeah.
attacks, it's still illuminated.
Okay. So 18 and an 8 for the first one. She's just going in for a couple other punches. So that would be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And then I'm gonna do the triple. I'm gonna go for the fucking wombo. So, and then that is. Are both of these with advantage, or is it just the next attack?
No, it
the
was just
fir-
the first one.
Okay. And I'm gonna use E4. That's 3. That'd be 6. Okay. So that would be 18 to hit on the flurry of blows as well.
Hit. And
Okay.
you're just one. You're just like your. Oh, it's not even flurry, is it? It's just like you hit and then bonus action is hit at the moment. It's flurry.
No, I get flurry.
You got flurry
I get
now?
flurry at level 2.
So
I
it's
get
just
3
one
attacks this
flurry.
turn.
Oh, 3. Okay. Yeah.
So
Continue
the
to go
first
off.
punch comes in, abandoning the intent to grapple here, and just going for just the damage, just trying to do as much damage as she can. She will basically just do a knuckle punch into the hole left behind from the burning arrow, and follow up with a bombardment of punches from pretty much every angle. Too many to count. It basically looks like she's just a flurry of fists at this point. Like you really can't count the number of punches that she's throwing. And in that would be what, 3d6 plus 9, I think is what it is. Yeah. Holy shit, not bad. That would be 16. 16 damage, I think.
16 damage, and this is all silvered because you're doing the.
This is all silver.
All right, 16 damage. You can deal 16 damage unimpeded. As you hit him, like
And
the
that's-
1, 2, 3, you can see like the silver is making its contact, burning in with every punch, and the last hit, you see just like one of the fangs go out of their mouth and embed right into the wall.
And to any onlooker, there is like no panic in this. Yuria is basically a machine at this point. Like this is what she knows. She doesn't need to think, she just does.
Part of me pictures
Gwenrin
like
is like
sorry.
so impressed. Sorry, Gwenrin is just so fucking impressed right now.
I'm gonna get that tooth.
Hmm.
I'm picturing like a more fantasy monk Vi from Arcane when I'm picturing like the punches right now.
Pretty much. And I would even say that like as the flurry comes out, you can if you were paying close enough attention, if you had a high enough perception, you might see these almost astral ghost like arms coating her own as she's bringing them into contact with this thing.
Ooh, just.
And you got ghost arms, you got feathers, you got everything going on.
So in terms of the ghost arms, like, are they still like looking similar to yours? How are they?
They kind of look like if you were to like, you know, the Cat's Eye Nebula, that picture.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a nebula, like a very, very faint, translucent nebula kind of is surrounding her arm.
Well, like, do you mean like the green, red,
yeah.
purple, or like more of like your pinks, blues, oranges, purples?
Pretty much like a deep purplish and blue. Yeah.
Love that. All right. Is
No
that your
real
turn?
form to it though, just kind of encasing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Like kind of manifesting.
Yeah.
I love that. Gwen, you're up, and then Donovich on deck.
Awesome. We're just gonna go swinging again with bridge because that's what we do.
Awesome.
Which would be a 16, 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Any
Woohoo!
crit fishing?
No.
God, I love crit fishing. Always do
Stop
it.
cocking. Ugh. Okay, that's better.
Gotta honor the crit.
Yes, we do. So we got 10 plus the 3 is 13 plus the 2 from my rage, so that's 15.
15 damage. Is this this is the silvered, not the silvered?
No, not silvered, so
Alright.
half away.
All right. What'd you say? 15. We'll go down to 7. Anything else in your turn?
No, I'm good.
All right. Feel like a pulsing coming from. Did you end up naming this thing?
The seed, I think chat did it for us, didn't they?
I think it was igneous.
Igneous
but
pebble.
There you go.
There you go.
Igneous
I'll just call
pebble.
it Pebble for short.
So you can feel igneous pebble kind of like pulsing, matching your own energy at this point. From there, we're going down to Donovich. Oh, sorry, I should ask.
Iggy Pebs.
Is your turn done?
It is.
All right, Donovich. And then Doru.
Donovich is going to Donovich is gonna raise his hand and as loud as he possibly can say as loud as he possibly can muster, he says, I'm sorry, son. I'm so sorry. And then as he keeps repeating it, he's gonna cast Sacred Flame on his son.
Brutal.
Dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Before you do that save, Matt, I forgot to add some of the damage from just the pure damage focus. That would be an extra 2 on each hit.
So 6 total.
It would be another 6 in total, yeah.
All right. See if the save goes off.
So I think that would have been 21. Fuck.
So
Natural 1.
no way.
No way.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I said I
Okay.
wouldn't use luck, so I'm gonna honor it. I will not re-roll that.
Alright, so he takes 1d8 radiant damage.
It crit failed on a saving throw. Works the same as regular crit for you on that. Max damage.
Perfect.
Because I get the feeling that this is all going to end up killing Doru, if you wouldn't mind me chucking in a little bit of flavor, because we get reactions on a 1, right?
Only if
You said?
so only if they're making it's like a melee attack thing. Saving throws.
Right, okay.
You're right. Not as much. I did not stipulate that. It'll be
Okay.
directly melee attacks. Because otherwise, I know what can of worms that would open. I do not want to subject you guys to that. All right, continue.
So just the whole time, I'm sorry, and then casting Sacred Flame and continuing the apologies and ending the turn.
Donovich, can you role play it for me? What you do?
Yeah. So as everyone's dog, come on, every time I have to roleplay. The werewolves are at the door. No,
You really are.
as everyone's laying into Doru, and I can see the animalistic urges in his face like I've never seen before. Donovich, in his weakened state, sinking lower and lower into himself, putting up his hand, shaking towards his son. I'm sorry. Doru, and then casting and screaming through the next sorry.
From there, you click, cast your spell, and a burst of radiant light goes straight out of him, and you see his whole form just start to catch with this radiant light. And the room falls silent. Doru falls down as a burned husk, and he is slain. You are out of initiative.
Immediately following that, are there any blankets around us? Anything?
Nothing
Anything
down here.
to wrap? Okay.
No.
Yuria will leave.
There are animal corpses and blood
Yeah.
and bones, but nothing else.
Immediately after he falls and there's a bit of a silence, Yuria will just silently walk out of the room. And she's gonna go into the bedroom that she shoved Donovich in, where she saw the bed, and grab the blankets. Which will probably take a bit of time, so if you guys are doing anything.
What's everybody else doing in this moment?
Monty's will just go up to Donovich and be like, "My friend, I'm so sorry for your loss. This has been a hard day for you, I am sure of it. But I believe you did the right thing."
Donovich, as soon as Doru lights up, just falls to the floor. Knees as like sort of as the spell is casted, he carries through with it as he sees his son start to slowly burn up, and slowly brings his hand in and starts weeping and falls to the floor.
With a crunch on the ground, you realize that for the first time in a very long time, you are free.
He exhales largely.
When you say the body is a burnt husk, do you mean like just the
It's been
exterior,
smoked.
or is it like yeah? So like it's like kind of half a body in terms of like it's been burnt through, or is it like
the outside
flaking away, or
Yeah, no, it's still an intact body. It's just been severely burned by this holy magic, basically. Like it's charred, it's scarred, crispy, whatever you want to call it, but they are still organs and things would still be in there.
I am going to walk over and flip the body onto it, and with my silver dagger, I am just going to plunge it into the heart, just in case.
Right. You're taking a stake, you straight through. There is no twitch or reaction. Something you also did notice after you hit it that first couple times with that radiant, it did not start healing. It looks like you had successfully mitigated it. And right now, this poor man, as horrible of creature as he had turned, will not rise again. And you know that.
If he still has eyelids, I will close them, and entreat him to the care of the Raven Queen.
All right.
I think at this point, Yuria has made her way back down, pushing past Monty and any other onlookers who haven't gotten closer. And as she passes over Donovich, a very, very gentle hand will just squeeze his left shoulder. And in her right hand, she has the set of blankets that she pulled off the bed from upstairs, from the upstairs bedroom. And just like she did before with the Burgermeister, she lays down the blanket, picks up the body, and then does the exact same thing that she did before, paying the exact same amount of respect that she did with the Burgermeister.
Face with the rest of the table. Mosh, Gwen, how are you going in this moment?
And Mosh is just trying to comfort Donovich and just trying to reassure him that he made the right decision, and just standing by his side as he watches as we all watch Ren like take, wrap up the body.
Gwenrin would have sat next to that for a little while we had both the cleric doing their thing and then the monk coming back to do theirs. She would have stayed there for a little while and then gone and stood beside the priest as well.
It's Mark and
Once
Irina.
Yuria-
Oh, sorry.
Once Yuria had finished, wouldn't address anybody, wouldn't do anything else but just pick up the body, and again with the same reverence as before, would make her way back up the stairs to the dais or the pedestal where the other body was laid, and would put his son beside him. And alone up there, I'm assuming anyway, she would drop the beads again over her hands and give the same prayer that she gave. And just sit there.
Ismark and Irina have since sheathed their weapons. Ismark will put his hand on Donovich's shoulder. It was for the best, friend. I am sorry for your loss. You have supported me in this time with Father, and I will be here if you need me.
He just continues to weep, and he acknowledges the words that have been spoken to him, but he has no reply.
I think we should give
I
him
would,
moments. Sorry.
All right. On the way out, I would kneel next to Donovan and lean into his ear, and I would whisper as quietly as humanly possible so as not to be heard by anyone else. Sometimes, as parents, the hardest thing that we can do is what is best for them. And I will kiss him on the forehead, and I will get up and I will leave.
He bursts, like it's a sob now. It's gone from a quiet weep. His hands in his hands on the floor, sobbing, and just broken.
For
You go.
Oh no, you go.
Okay, I was just gonna say, seeing this happen, she would probably look at Monty and be like, "You should go."
Monty agrees, goes over to Donovan, also kisses him on the forehead, and then walks upstairs.
Ismark and Irina
Wow.
will follow.
Oh no, he made a noise.
Look, he restrained himself for so long.
After a little bit, Donovich follows upstairs.
What now for you? Yes, you. I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. They said what they do in the house. Oh, you want there? Yes, no. What do you do?
What I've always done. Continue protecting this church from the forces of evil.
You want to stay
And try and
here?
try and figure out some justice for my son.
Well, now that Father is put to rest, I think I'm comfortable doing what we talked about, friends. Where are you heading next?
I don't think we'd quite decided.
I would heavily suggest.
Sorry.
I would suggest seeking the wizard, the foothills of Mount Baratok. We mentioned we
Wizard.
spoke about him before. The outsider.
The wizard who led your son to his death.
Not that I know of.
That's what he
I think
said.
it's a different wizard, right?
Different wizard, okay.
Is either same or second wizard.
Too many wizards
Wizard
for
in-
one town.
To be for everybody at the table, it was a wizard in black robes. So, Yuri isn't saying any of this shit. She's just in prayer. That's it.
Is this wizard by the mountain perhaps near a windmill? Is there a windmill nearby?
Yes, you would know that kind of nearby.
Well, terrific. If I'm happy to go to talk to a wizard, and if we happen to pass a windmill, I was informed that maybe my lady Ran might be there. So I would appreciate if we could perhaps check in.
So you windmill, you're talking like out near what used to be farmland? The valley?
I'm not sure. I was given directions by a small child.
Okay. So the
How-
windmill,
the-
windmill indicating to me that this could be bone grinder. It's called. So it's up the road. Were you talking with Ismark about the map last session? Because I remember we were talking about a little bit of location stuff.
No, I think the map. I think he was outside moping when they were all talking about the map.
Mosh
I
was, but
believe.
like Ismark had talked with Calestis.
Yeah,
and
he talked about the there was like the encampment along the river, and then there was the castle, and then there's like a secondary town further down by the lake.
Down by the river. Yeah. So what you know then with that is, Donovich, you know that if you head southwest of Barovia down the road, the trail, like they know, will split in two. One will kind of go on the high road, skirting the bottom side of one of the mountains. That is, oh gosh, what's the name of that one? Baratok's the one in the north. And the other one, I'll find the name real quick, but the road will split in two. If you stay on the high road, you'll find yourself crossing a bridge at the top of a waterfall, and then past
Was it
another
Valaki?
big set of gates. And if you keep going all the way past that road, it's the main road of Barovia, you'll eventually hit Valaki. Bone Grinder is on the way to Valaki, and the Vistani encampment, which is the closest thing on the low road near the river, will be on the way as well, in a different way. So you would
And
go up
where-
the trail onto like more of a dirt road to get to the bottom of the river. Thank you for
And
whoever
where is this
circling
wizard?
that. Well, okay, scrolling way out on the map, you can see two big mountains. The one in the direct north of where you are is where they're talking about, up literally near where the Barovia words are. It kind of stretches along that north side of the map entirely. So like all the way up here is technically Mount Baratok. And then
Okay.
the other mountain stretches down in the south as well. So pretty much the twin mountains of the valley will like look at each other.
Okay, and then so the wizard is closer to the top one.
They were saying it is in the northern mountain, yeah.
Okay.
So I let them know all of that, explaining where bits and pieces are. I mentioned that I understand. I understand. I lied. I apologize. It was something that I have not told anyone before, so it was just bad timing, and I'm very, very sorry. But please believe me when I say that the Vistani are not good people. If you want to find a way out of here, please do not trust them.
From there.
So-
Sorry, go on.
At that, Yuri will break from the prayer that she's been in, and retighten the beads around her wrists, turning around before, and turning around and softly nodding to the priest, as if to communicate non-verbally. You don't really have anything to apologize for. I get it. It says thank you. Grieve how you will. And then just walk out the door.
He makes his way out to his son.
Ismark will turn to whoever is remaining inside. Now that father is laid to rest, you are traveling to Bone Grinder. The same road leads to Valaki. It's planning on going there with Irina to the church there to see if it is safer to have safe harbor. I don't know if this is still consecrated, father, but judging by this destruction here and the vampire in your walls, I think you may be lacking this now. So, it means that we cannot stay with you anymore.
You would be much safer moving elsewhere. I don't know how long my strength will hold out for.
Please meet us there if you find yourself in need. I'm sure the brothers there will accept you. The clergy. I wish to offer the same courtesy to you. If you are willing to travel to Valaki with me, I do not mind taking some time, but I will stand with you and he looks over to Irina. The more help, the better in this cursed land, so I'm in as well, if you'll have us.
If you are traveling past the windmill, then I am more than happy for you to join us.
Sounds like it is on the way.
My friends, what are you going to do? I feel like if we are going to get out of this place, we need to go deeper into the lands.
Well, maybe we should see the outcast and then go to the windmill and go from there.
As you're discussing, Ismark, my name's not Ismark.
Could be.
It is now.
You just need to ask.
Donovich walks back down to Ismark and says, the church in Velikai is not a bad idea, but the Abbey of Saint Markovia in Kresk would also suit as a safe place.
What is this? Is this a
Irina.
better place?
Potentially.
Okay.
They are a bastion of good.
Oh.
It
Okay.
depends on what way you're traveling, but if you find yourself closer to the Abbey of in Kresk, or Valaki,
Valaki, yes. Okay, I will think about
Try
this.
either.
Yes. Okay. Maybe Valaki first, same road if it goes to Kresk. I will be happy with either, as long as we are safe, as long as Irina is not going to be tortured by this being. I leave it with you. If you want me to accompany, then I will. If you do not, I understand, but I will make my own way there.
I think Yuri has sort of left the church building at this point. has opened the doors, is just standing outside. And in all ways but actually showing it, she kind of has a bit of a panic about the events that just occurred, about the fact that she is now trapped in a place that she doesn't know, that the last week of her life has been completely upheaved in a way that she could never have predicted. And twice in one day, she had to, well, help ease the passing of a loved one. And she sits in that panic, overhearing all this conversation, mulling over everything that she's learned from the priest and what's been communicated to her by her compatriots. And there's a little bit of a resolution in that she now has a reason to pursue this further beyond just leaving. But in the midst of it all, there is a panic behind it, a fear of the unknown, and some oddly familiar things creeping their way back into her life that she didn't think were present anymore.
Saz, were you about to have something there as well?
No, no. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, Ismark and Irina will go back to their place, just to prepare. They've said basically, come get them at this point, if you want them, and they will leave. Donovich, what are you doing now? Are you heading? Because you kind of live in this chapel, so I guess it's up to you how you leave the group. But yeah, everyone's next stop.
Yeah, Donovich is basically going to head up and he's going to start preparing the bodies for burial as they're standing around. And
My friend.
and he just goes about his day.
My friends, maybe perhaps we should head back to the tavern and decide our next move.
I agree.
At that, Yuria just walks. Doesn't say anything, just walks. Almost as if it was like a command, but just makes your way back to the tavern.
I could use a drink.
Before leaving, I'd just like to grab a couple of like sharper looking bits of wood from the ground to
great
take
idea.
with me.
Great idea.
Like I don't know.
guess. I guess. Oh, I was just. I guess with that, like we just farewell Donovich and just head back make our way back to the tavern.
Right. With that, you can take yourselves back there for a rest. While the encounter was scary, I don't think anyone got hurt on your side.
Nope.
That was great.
Nope.
That would have been scary if some of those rolls went.
So what was the CR?
5.
Is that bad?
That's for level 2s, yeah.
Okay.
And we kicked its fucking ass.
The fact you had Irina and Ismark also in there. The what was it? The 8v1, very well in your favor.
Basically.
No, I was just like, we've got 2 holy people. How hard can it be?
Control spells.
I won't tell you anything
Stuff
else.
like advantage and disadvantage is amazing.
Yes, that is a great combo. And in terms of any more spoilers for those guys, clearly we're dealing with vampire spawn, so I'm not going to tell you anything else about them other than what you've already learned. But yeah, just know CR5. And if you've done metagaming, I'll just change it anyway. So,
It's just vampire spawn can breathe fire. I didn't know that one.
Who knew that when they explode, you all become petrified?
Oh no.
So, I guess that's a great point to call it there. I do want to just shift the lens away from the party right now to a hill looking over a horizon, including a lakeside and a town that kind of has a crest to one, like a hill crest to one side, as the houses with the lights inside on chimney, smoke coming out of the chimneys, panning down to a banner that has a bright sun symbol on it saying all is well. People are walking around the street carrying piles of wood and carrying it to the town square. Now, on this hill overlooking the town, you see a four-legged furry creature standing with another figure, and they kneel down beside this donkey.
What?
So where did you come from, little guy? Maybe I could find it to lure something in. Maybe old Jackie's got some plans for you, huh? And he starts walking down towards Bone Grinder.
This motherfucker found rain.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we will end today's session.
Look at
Justice
that.
for rain, please.
You gonna turn into a vampire donkey, dude. Your dungeon rings.
Dungeon rings. Oh my gosh. Man, that's a quote of the day. Okay, let's get everyone wrapped up and out of here. Thank you so much for the chat. Thank you for all the subs and everything in there. We've still got a bunch of luck that we're going to carry through the next episode, as always. Let's go around the overlay, starting reverse order. I think I had Ash. Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Thank you for playing again
Good.
today, as always.
Hey, thanks for having me. Sorry again that it's not my face, because Dodo. But hey, I'm Ash. I make stuff. You can find me at Ash Makes Stuff on most social medias, or here on Twitch as Ash Makes Props. Hopefully, I will be able to stream again soon, so I might be doing some God of Lore. But outside of that, you can find me over at, I was gonna say Split the Party. You can definitely find me here.
That's where you are now.
The Lorites. That's where I am now. Crazy. You can find me over at the Lorites, DMing occasionally in Tale of Two Queens and playing in Sword of the Skulls, which we're having a second session this month for some reason. Next Sunday. Tune in at like 7 p.m.
Hey.
Ash, what else is next Sunday?
You know, just turn 30.
What?
Turn
what?
30. Turn 30.
Does that mean on Tuesday we're gonna be like, in like, yo, what you do? Happy birthday.
If you want.
You know.
Next Tuesday, I'm just gonna sit down in my chair and I'm just gonna let every bone in my body creak with age.
Oh, you know, it's not that bad.
Maybe for you, but it's already pretty bad.
That's so fair. All right.
Anyway, that's gonna make Promethean have a little panic attack if he's still here, because he does not like it when people know other people's birthdays on the internet. So hey, if anyone would like my Centrelink number, it's 226.
Hold on.
I don't remember what it is. It's been too long.
That's so fair. All right, Elliot, what you got for us? What you doing?
I'm Elliot. You can find me everywhere at 8-Bit Elliot. Just on YouTube, on Twitch. I had a new YouTube video come out yesterday, so go check that out. But it is unrelated to D&D or really gaming, so I don't know if there's much crossover there. But go watch it anyway. I enjoyed it, so hopefully you will. But thank you, Matt, for having me. I always enjoy these. I always like doing silly French accents.
I love playing this campaign. It's like, it's becoming quickly like I always want to play more, and I can tell by way of like me going like, sorry, we're running over time, and people are like, no, keep doing it. That I'm getting a vibe that other people might be enjoying it too. So, you know, we'll see how we go, and maybe we'll end one day on time. But no, I really appreciate
Probably not.
playing with you guys. Anthony, also, you fucking killed it I just want to spotlight you. I'll also get you. Oh, Elliot, sorry, giving you the floor still. Did you have anything else?
Oh no, I'm done. Just
Okay, sweet.
what? Go watch my video.
And come to PAX. He's on a PAX panel. He's going to do really well.
Oh yeah, I have a PAX panel where I'm hosting it.
All right, running over to Anthony. Yeah, you fucking killed it, dude. I was just like, here is more lore than I should dump, but here's what you want to know if you want to know it. And then I think your like literally favorite moments wise, I think how you handled like the loss here was so well done. Like
That was
genuinely
hard,
kudos, props, and I was just like, fuck, I'm so sad. I'm so sad right now for this situation.
I was trying so hard not to cry. I get really immersed. It takes me like 2 seconds to get immersed into a character, which is why it's really hard DMing as well, because
Oh yeah.
I lose a character and I'm like, gosh, I need a break.
Oh,
Woo.
yeah. No, I get a bit like that when I have I call them critical NPCs. They're the only ones I give death saves to out of NPCs. So you'll know if they're special little guys if they go down and I don't immediately kill them. Also, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. They're usually pretty important to what you need to do. So in that sense, I think you absolutely killed it. And it was wonderful to play with you.
It was, I loved it. I loved every second of it. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Where can we find you?
Yeah,
What are you
Ant.
doing around?
You can find me, Anthony YTG, on most platforms. I think Twitter's the only one that's different because someone already had it. It's Anthony YTG. At the moment, I'm doing a bunch of different things. I'm doing retro video game collecting. I'm playing Baldur's Gate on Twitch, and Core Keeper with Caffeinated Chaos and Nictacular. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, Nictacular? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
if it works out, actually. Sorry, you finished your thought?
And I will also be at PAX, so if you see me, come and say hi, please. I love meeting new people. Actually, this might be a good space. If anyone plays card games, I've got a really weird 1990s Star Wars card game, TCG, that I want to play. So if anyone knows how to play it, please come and talk to me. I want to learn.
Yeah, do it.
Weird shout out.
Speaking of Nictacular, if it still lines up correctly, Nictacular will be next week's guest.
Yo.
Oh, yeah.
I already have somebody
Nice.
for the week after that, by the way, if you want.
I would love any and all recommendations. I was talking to Boss Jellybean yesterday, and they're going to come on sometime in early November. But yes, the guest roster is now active, so we'll get a little thing going, and I'm going to try and put people in where it fits, and then in a couple of weeks we might actually be in full PAX mode. So I will start. Maybe we'll talk after this and go like, where can we fit people? But
Sure.
Rin, thank you so much. Where can we find you?
Yeah. Ren_Vixen literally everywhere on the internet. I stream 5 days a week from Monday to Sunday if you're in the US, Thursday to Monday if you're in Australia. I am a professional yapper. That's pretty much all I do. It's Twitch. You use a video game as a vehicle to do other shit, but mostly just a yapper. Oh boy, do I not know how to shut up. I play a really cool character that I got a tattoo for in Castleton by the name of Andre Claymore. It's the tattoo. And that's going to be starting up again in 5 weeks now, which is pretty fucking exciting.
Gosh.
Yeah,
I've had my
wrapping
character
up.
building session with Aurora. I'm so excited to have the next one because we're doing a
Yeah.
duel with AJ.
Yeah, I had one with Jacob, with Troy. Troyless. It was good.
Awesome.
But that's going to be the next thing that I am kind of like in, I guess, production wise. I'm really fucking excited about that. Kind of breaking into this space, and this is officially my third long form campaign thing that I'm doing. So pretty fucking cool. I'm doing a couple other things with Versace with Project Medusa ttrpg. But that's going to be coming out in, I think, like a couple more, I think it's actually 2 more months from now. But outside of that, I stream a lot. That's my job. It's what I do. So if you like dumb idiots talking about anything, that's me.
And vouch. Dumb idiot talking is fun.
Yeah.
So, last but certainly not least, Saz, thank you so much
Hi.
once again. Thank you for coming.
Anytime.
Hope you had a good
Thank you for letting me play D&D on a weekly basis. This is so cool.
Yeah, I mean, like much like Rin was like, video games are a vehicle to hang out or do stuff. D&D is the vehicle and the excuse I have to be like, I want to hang out with my friends. If I got
Mhm.
content, and it makes it easier.
works.
Makes it easier to schedule it because it's regular.
So it's my job.
Yeah.
So hi, yeah, I'm Saz or Saz Meeple. You can find me on Twitter or Threads, but I'm more active over on Threads. If you can't find me there, I am everywhere that Meeples and Dragons is on the internet. I am our resident Dice Goblin and Twitch producer. And every now and then when I remember to actually hit go live on OBS and load that up when I have a big video game play, I will do that too. And I will also be at PAX. I have something on every day with panels. I'm going to be a busy beaver, but I cannot wait.
I forgot to mention I was also going to PAX. Oops.
Rin's going to
Much
PAX.
photos, many hugs.
There we are.
If you all see me at PAX, you can get pins. I got pins, and they got
Yay.
delivered. So I have them.
Stinky one.
You want a stinky
One.
one?
Stinky.
Yeah, you can get stinky or not stinky.
I want Stinky.
I want to be stinky.
Listen, if you're going
I
to
got
a
last
convention and
SPP.
you don't wear deodorant, you'll fit right in.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
in the bad way. God, I've
Well,
been
that's
all
all
she
she wrote, right?
Yeah, I've been an enforcer
That's
for
it.
like 8 years before I started doing more panels. And one of the first things they were like is like, we know that you're probably not going to do it, but please fucking shower. So we know you're going to do it, but we have to just say, just so we're covered, just fucking shower, guys. Just make sure you are, because the attendees might not, and you don't want to be that. So
No.
every time. Oh my gosh. So, yes. What about me? Hi, I'm Matt Briefcase Brown. I run the channel over here. I host and produce and do all the stuff. You can find me mostly here at Split the Party TV. I'm also in Castleton with Rin over on Winter's Tales. So there is a rerun of that currently going, if I'm not mistaken, for the catch-up to part 2.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at the schedule for it. I believe it starts on the 28th. Hold on
I
a
thought it
sec.
had already gone.
Well, the first episode went live. It starts up again, and there's going to be 2 episodes every week until the release, with Flashback Fridays happening on the every Tuesday in Australia time. So that'll be Monday at about 4 p.m. So it's going to be the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, excuse me, which would be Friday, Saturday, Monday for those of you in the US. It's going to be 2 episodes every weekend, and then the extra content on that following Monday. Yeah.
Forewarning, there is a lot of it in terms of our count because there are 150 plus creators working on this thing in the cast. AJ's also got a wonderful, talented group helping and volunteering behind the scenes in various aspects. Every character that is in the show has character art. That is a huge thing. And the pitch for this is, if you like Bridgerton and you like Hunger Games, this is it in a D&D setting. So I'm a demigod in that setting. I have like some kind of cool, freaky little powers, and I control some domain over influence as a concept. So I get to stretch my legs with that every now and then, and it's really freaking cool, and I love doing it. But yeah, check it out. It's really, really fun. It's been such a wild ride so far, and I can only hope that this season is like part.
Oh, it fucking will be, man.
Yeah, I mean,
With
you
the
got a
stuff that I
tattoo
know,
of it, literally.
With the stuff that I know, dude. Sheesh.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we also have like the there's so much variety in it. Like, it truly is a one of a kind thing.
Yeah, it's very much like
yeah.
an event thing. But yes,
if you like romance and drama and fighting and killing and everything, there's something for everybody.
Yeah. But yeah, in terms of what we're doing on this channel, we got Barovia every Tuesday. We're going to take a little week or 2 off during PAX week because it'll be either during PAX or we need to recover because we just might be sick from con crud, whatever that takes. So we'll be the first 2 weeks of October. We'll see how we go. We'll just tell everyone via our socials what's going on there. Now, other shows, we actually have another stream tonight on the bloody 2-stream Tuesday or whatever you want to call it. Elder Scrolls Dragonbreak, a 5th edition Elder Scrolls campaign. Would normally be on for episode 4 tonight. However, it looks like Scarlet might not be able to make it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play my character, Crassius Curio, telling the party who can make it basically a ballad in a one-shot. So much if you've seen the Critical Role episode where Grog dungeon masters effectively, it's that with my shithead character at the helm. So that can only be nonsense in the best way possible. So that starts at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time tonight. And then otherwise, I paint minis and do some stuff with my co-host Leia on Thursday mornings. We have a really good time. It's called Good Morning RPG. It's really cozy, makers crafting type thing. And then Jess, my wonderful partner, is also in Ash's game on Law Rights, A Tale of Two Queens, or Gay Pirates, as we like to call it colloquially.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what it's. Yeah, we don't really call it Tale of Two Queens anymore.
Yeah, it's just like that's the vibe. It's fantastic. It's Gay Pirates. Go watch it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be back on until after PAX, sadly.
That's all right. I mean, look, this is the time of year. Like we're 3 weeks out of PAX. Everyone is getting in like the accelerating speed run towards it. I also have a bunch of PAX panels myself. I've got 2 on 2 of the days and 3 on the Saturday. And you can check out socials for that as well. But my first one on the Friday of PAX, I think, is the first panel of PAX itself before story time, and it's called D&D, but donations make it spicier. It's what's on the tin. So, Australian Eastern Daylight Time when that one kicks off, and you will see just how much of a bad idea that was as the first panel of PAX on stream for the entire weekend that we then have to deal with. So I hope to see you there. If not, it will be streamed on one of the PAX channels, so look out for that. Last bit of housekeeping, I promise we're done. Wooten Forge, thank you so much, Wooten Forge, for sponsoring the show again, and all of our content here. That's Split the Party, and you can use code SWEETROLL, like the Elder Scrolls SWEETROLL, no spaces, all caps, for 10% off a purchase excluding merch at wootenforge.com, I think /split the party. But yeah, it's really good stuff. Please check it out, and it does give us a little kickback for the channel when you do. Gosh, is that everything? Thank you, L&L Covers, for the amazing work you do. Thank you, Cry Club, for the other amazing work you do. You'll hear their stuff and the theme song by Cry Club tonight for Elder Scrolls. Oh, there's the gamut done. So, any raid suggestions?
Doesn't even know who's on.
I can see Blackwater's
Yeah, I don't have
on.
anyone on.
Got a bunch of good folks. Blackwater's still going. Yeah, they're doing some stuff. And also see Quincy's Tavern, and I think Captain Robert's doing reruns. And Perception Studio might be finishing up. So I think Blackwater might be the one to go for. They are playing some of their campaign 2. It's called Battle at the Basin. Looks like the episode title. So let's give them a go. Other than that, anyone else have anything before we trigger the... I'll just start triggering the raid, but yeah.
Nope.
That's
Other
it.
than goodbye forever. We'll see you next week.
Pray for motion, pray for rain.
Pray for rain. Justice for rain. Finally
Rain's
seen
gonna
her.
die, dude. That's gonna be your pivot arc. You're gonna
Sorry.
turn into a villain. Rain's gonna die, and you're just gonna be like, the world is dead, and I have nothing to invest myself in anymore.
Strahd 2.
Burn
Don't
Oh,
forget,
yeah.
guys.
Embrace
forget
the
if we
chaos
raise-
flame.
That's literally gonna be it, though.
If we raise $100
$100
million,
Sorry.
Mosh becomes immortal.
There you go. That's how we do it.
And we
kill
get
Rain,
paid for
give it to
being
him.
here. We get
Yeah.
$10 for being here.
I
So
want to call if you become the secondary big bad, I'm going to call you Mosh Madness.
No.
Yeah. Literally just turns into the Elden Ring, like, chaos flame, the madness flame. There's just a burning head, melting everything in existence down into one singular being again.
I think all we gotta do is just keep adding M names to Monty's name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see how many we can get in there. All right. See you later, everyone. Have a good day.
Goodbye.
We'll see you in
Bye.
like 4 more hours. So see you then.
Bye forever.
Bye-bye.